Okay, we're live. Yes, we are live. Sorry, everyone. I said we were going to go live a little bit earlier, but I lied. But we're here. Pete's back. How you doing, Pete?
Good,
Pete.
man. Happy to be back. Happy to not have to work today.
Yeah, so guys, Pete actually, he didn't have explosive diarrhea again. I lied about that. He was actually working. Okay, just to make sure everyone knows. Well, Pete, the lineup is out once again. I know you watched the game after everyone. Obviously, you had to rewatch it essentially. And the lineup is very similar to the last one. I guess the only change was Johnny's out for this game. So they moved McKennie to the 8. And then Musa stays, let me just put this here in S. Musa stays on the right wing. And Weah comes back from suspension. He'll be on the left wing. And the lineup is that 4-2-3-1. I'm going to go through the different phases of play for this game. But right away, your first reaction to the lineup, I thought it was pretty good for what we
Yeah,
had.
I mean, considering who he has available, you could maybe argue for a trusty over a Ream, but for whatever reason, he really trusts Ream. We'll see how he does today. And then, yeah, with Johnny being out, with no Gio, no Balogun, no Dest, Richards is probably not still fully fit. It's about what you can expect. And I know some people are a little bit concerned about Musa on the right wing, and I'll just say this. If he had people who could play central creative attacking midfield, then I don't think he would start Musa on the right wing. But right now, Gio's injured. Tillman has not been good. Aronson is useless. McKennie's not really a attacking creative midfielder. So Musa is not very effective in the final third, but he was quite good defensively in the away game. And I think that's maybe more his job, helping out Joe Scally defensively.
Yeah, I'm not sure too. Like, do you think Tim Ream, he's just playing it safe right now? Maybe he thinks Chris Richards is the starter there, but Richards hasn't played a single minute for like 6 weeks due to injury. I think that could be one of the things too.
The problem is we won't know for another 5 months or 4 months till March.
Yeah, we don't play again until March. We're pretty much in December at this point. Like next week is already Thanksgiving, which is nuts. But let me put one thing here. Last game in possession, and even in the first camp, we played with a back three, and it looked more like this: Tim Ream here, McKenzie here, Joe Scally here, Pulisic would drift inside, and then A-Rob, and it looked more or less like this in possession, right? But Pulisic and Weah are very much different. I don't think that Weah is going to play the same role Pulisic did, where Pulisic would drift inside and essentially play as a 10. So I'm wondering if today in possession, it'll look more like this, maybe, where Weah goes almost up top with Pepe.
I think Weah will drift inside, but not off the ball. Because he's right-footed, I think he'll receive the ball on the wing and then drive inside, which we know he can do, creating space. So he will drag a fullback with him, which in turn creates space for A-Rob. We haven't seen enough of Weah on the left, and I'm kind of curious to see it, him cutting in onto his right foot as an inverted winger.
That's also what I'm wondering. Is he going to position himself ahead of Pulisic or next to Pulisic? He's obviously going to do what you said. He's going to drift inside. Once he drifts inside, A-Rob has all this space to himself to overlap, right? And can try to find Pepe. But what I'm wondering about Weah is he going to go inside? He's definitely not going to play a similar role from Pulisic, right? Our goal, the first goal against Jamaica, Pulisic drifts inside and does brilliantly to find Ricardo Pepe. That's not Weah's game. He's more of, when he plays on the left, I would say he's more of like an inside forward. That's probably
I think if you look for those runs in behind that Pulisic could find him with.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how Weah will play this role, and also because of the choice. I thought Pochettino was going to go with Pulisic on the left, Weah on the right, and keep that midfield, and maybe even move Musa to the central midfield position. I thought he would do something like that, or maybe give Malik Tillman another shot, right? Even though he hasn't been great for the national team, but give him a shot as a 10 possibly. He didn't do that. For the fourth consecutive game, he starts Musa as a right winger. So I'm pretty sure at this point it's fair to say Musa is a winger for in Mauricio Pochettino's eyes. Musa's a winger. Can he play in the central midfield?
Winger/wing back, maybe.
Yes, exactly. Doesn't offer much in the final third, just to make that clear. But defensively, he's done mostly a good job. He's very tactically disciplined, and he can dribble into space. He just can't pass for shit. He can't pass for shit.
Or make good decisions in the final third.
No, and
I
the
mean,
craziest
1
thing.
goal, 0 assists, and 50 caps should tell you everything you need to know about his attacking contributions.
Well, it's also Moose is one of those players that you watch him play against Real Madrid. He'll blow by Modric and Jude Bellingham, right? Dribble right past them, and then after he dribbles past them, he just goes, "What the fuck do I do now? Like I've never got this far in my like." It's almost. I was gonna make a joke that I'm gonna hold it to myself here. I'm just gonna keep. But it just drives me insane. But let's talk about Jamaica here for a second, because Jamaica, and I could bring up their starting 11. I don't know how much people would care about that, but I want to put it this way, because Jamaica today, they do have Damari Gray, they do have Leon Bailey. I want to put some names here, but Mikel Antonio, that was supposed to be back from suspension and play today, he's not available because he lost his passport. I'm not joking. This is not a joke. That's what's been reported. Mikel Antonio, their best forward, lost his passport. So he's not playing for Jamaica today. As I always say, Pete, it's factual at this point. No one can argue with this. Jamaica always finds a way to self-implode.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They always do it. I think it's probably a lie. The whole passport BS. It's probably a lie.
I mean, it might not be a lie from the Jamaican Federation's point of view, but maybe Mikel Antonio just told Steve McLaren, "Yeah, man, I lost my passport."
And then, well, actually, Mikel Antonio has a British accent.
Oh, that is true.
I've heard him
That
talk.
is true.
Yeah.
That's
That is
true. He's not.
That
I
you
mean, he's
just
British,
did the
of
JD
Jamaican
impression.
heritage.
The
Oh
JD.
yeah. So, Steve, I don't have my passport. Yeah, I left it, bruv, back in the UK. I forgot it.
And so Mikel Antonio's not available. Ethan Pinnock allegedly got injured. Conveniently, again, got injured and didn't play. So they're missing their best center forward at this point, right? I'd say Bailey's probably still the best player, even though he doesn't really perform that well. He's the Malik Tillman of Jamaica. But again, like they're missing some very important players. They brought in Ravel Morrison out of nowhere. I don't even know where that guy's playing these days.
Is
But
he
they don't have
even
their best
playing
center back.
professionally anywhere?
He might not even be. You're right. He might not even be. Damari Gray, by the way, for example, hasn't played besides the game he played against us right last week. He hasn't played in Saudi Arabia for like 2 months. That's another thing to say.
Yeah, and
There
they
are no
lost.
excuses.
What's his name to the red card, the defender,
Mason Holgate. He won't be there either. Yeah. So Jamaica is missing many key players. They've once again self-imploded. And I said this on Twitter and I'll say it again. To me, this is a game that you need to make an impactful win. It's not just about the result. Like, and keep in mind, let's be fair here, because if it was Greg Berhalter, we would be scrutinizing him if he squeaked by with a 1-0 win today. Just like a barely beating. Today, could it be 1-0 and we could still be happy? Sure, if it's 1-0 and we're being wasteful, it's just like we're playing well, but just not converting our opportunities, that's fine. But it has to be a dominant win, preferably 2-3, 4-0, creating a lot of chances, outplaying Jamaica, not giving them opportunities. That's what I want to see today. Anyone that says that just the results matter clearly haven't learned anything from the Berhalter era, because Berhalter would squeak by the results here and there. But when push came to shove, he shot the bed, right? Eventually, he ran out of luck. So we want to see this team improve. We want to see
the
a team
only caveat, I mean, yes to all of that. The only caveat I would say is this is Pochettino's 4th game in charge. And I do think your 4th game and your 4th year have slightly different standards. I'm not saying you're wrong about anything. I think that we need to, as long as we see progress with this team under Pochettino.
Yeah, and I think progress would be to outplay Jamaica, noticeably outplay Jamaica.
Yeah, I'll play them for sure. I mean, look, if you win 1-0, but you hit the post 3 times and their goalkeeper makes 5 big saves, it's a different story than if you don't create enough chances, which, to be honest, we didn't do after the first 10 minutes in Jamaica, which is fine in Jamaica. I mean, it's not fine, but it's like, okay, we still got the win. Curious to see what we look like today.
I guess, like, when it comes to playing away in CONCACAF, I think getting the win, getting the result, that is probably what we're judging you upon, because the conditions weren't good. The field was crap. It wasn't easy. You have to travel down there. So you got the win, got the job done. That's fine. At home, where the conditions are favorable to us, right, to our team, then you got to actually, like, impose yourself. And plus, Jamaica, I'm assuming they want to go through. If they want to go through, they have to start attacking from minute one. They're down 1-0.
Yeah.
They are down. So
They
they're not
can't
going to
just bunker.
bunker. I mean, unless they don't
They
want to
could.
they could, but they shouldn't, right? That's not. But going through the super chats here real quick, Jeff Carey's saying, I missed you, Peter. Tack was trashing you. Of course I was.
The explosive diarrhea, no?
Yeah. I mean,
isn't that your go-to whenever somebody's not available?
Yeah, essentially. Because I look, again, guys, I don't know if Pete wants to tell you that he's working. I don't have to tell you what Pete's doing. So I just go and tell everyone explosive diarrhea. So every time someone's missing, they never know why. The only difference between me and Pete is that I am always here despite explosive diarrhea. He's not here when he has it. So there's that.
For all you know, he might have explosive diarrhea right now, guys. You just can't see.
I just had coffee. So you know what comes after coffee, man. Oh, but T is saying off topic, Pete, how was the Netherlands?
The Netherlands?
Oh, you were going to go there, I think. You were going to.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, our Europe trip got canceled because our dog got cancer and we had to start treatment right away. So we couldn't go to Europe, sadly. But we still plan to go in the future.
Anthony's saying, spending my birthday with you guys tonight. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Anthony. Hopefully to celebrate the United States defeating Jamaica. And Tim Weah is back. That's something that must be said. This is the first game ever since he Falcon punched the Panamanian player, Tim Weah. GhostCard21 saying, what's up, Tack? Pete, what's your prediction score? I'm hoping for a dominant score, especially in home territory. Also switch Tillman for BBL Shackmore. No, I'll keep Tillman with his stinkers. Yes. I'm gonna go confident here. I'm gonna become delusional American fan right now. 3-0 United States win.
I'm gonna go 2-0, an early goal and a late goal.
Okay. I'm going 3-0. Okay, so they just announced the U.S. men's national team will play Venezuela for Camp Cupcake. January 18th, U.S. men's national team versus Venezuela.
It's going to be a very likely a MLS promotion tour, not a USMNT game. Different thing.
Yeah, but Frank Kessler saying, Pete, happy your explosive diarrhea got better.
Thank you, Frank. Me too.
Yeah, no one likes having explosive diarrhea, even though it cleans up the gut sometimes. Sometimes you need it. It kind of helps. But everyone, yeah, United States versus Jamaica today. And then in January, we play Venezuela for Camp Cupcake, which unless they turn into like almost a youth camp, a U21, U22 camp, it's pretty much useless at this point. But let me bring up one thing here today, Pete, because this is what Doug McIntyre put out. And I don't have to tell everyone about Doug McIntyre, right? Journalists covering and essentially these days, no disrespect to him, but he is one of the mouthpieces of U.S. soccer. But he put this out here. He said, Mauricio Pochettino has a message for MLS players and their European-based counterparts who might be considering a move back home.
Right.
And this is what Pochettino said, according to Doug McIntyre. And I can go through the article, but the quote he put is not misleading. He put, they are going to have the same opportunity playing MLS than playing in the Premier League or in La Liga. But here's the thing, Pete, and I'm going to give you some things to back here, which I know you agree with. I saw your tweet too. Pochettino's had 2 camps so far, okay? Each camp, he called up 25 players or more. Some got cut here and there because of injuries. In the first camp, he was missing 12 to 13 European-based players. 12 to 13.
Even more. But yeah.
I think it was that. Okay, 12 or more.
Yeah.
Despite all of that, he has only called up 4 MLS players so far. 2 of them are goalkeepers, which is a position we don't really have goalkeepers in Europe. So he doesn't really have an option, right? We have
none of those MLS goalkeepers saw the field.
No, they also didn't play. They're still not playing, and we have Matt Turner, a backup at Crystal Palace, playing ahead of them. The other 2 MLS players are Miles and Ream. Ream just got back to MLS from the Premier League, right? And he's the
after like 15 years.
Exactly. And Miles Robinson, I guess he's there just because Pochettino feels bad for him, right? That's the only explanation for it. So,
yeah, he also has not played in this camp at all.
If you only count like field players, Pochettino has called up more Liga MX players than MLS. If you only count field players. So I don't really care about what Pochettino says right there because actions are far more important than words. And his actions don't really match what he's saying. And it's funny because when you go through the comments, you see something like this from Roberto Abramovich. Is that the Chelsea owner?
No, it's another shill. It's another
And then he
shill.
says Euro snobs are gonna hate this, but they know better than Pochettino. Like, I don't get this comment. Like, if you have to do, like, just do basic journalism. Basic journalism. Go to the past 2 rosters and just count the amount of MLS players and do what
Right.
I just said. Like, the most basic journalism that any moron in this planet can do. Well, clearly not any moron, because some of them haven't done it. So a special kind of moron is capable of not seeing this, but if you're just a normal moron, you can see it. Like, Pochettino knows better. Yeah, I know he does. He's not calling them up. He's not playing them.
There is it's also funny how these articles get written too. It's like Pochettino has a message. I promise you what really happened was Doug McIntyre said, Pochettino, if one of your key players like a Christian Pulisic moves back to MLS at some point, will he still get opportunities with the national team? And Pochettino went, yeah, of course, he'll still get opportunities. You know, for me, if you are the best player for us, it doesn't matter where you play. Of course. Not Pochettino has a message makes it sound like Pochettino called a press conference because he wanted to relay this message, or he like made a video to say that. No, he was answering a question in the most politically correct way possible.
Also,
And now,
like, what is he? If he said something like, "No, if you go to MLS, you're done." No, that, like, we don't say that either. Like, if Pulisic goes back to MLS this summer,
right,
upcoming summer, I'll be disappointed, but he's still our best player. He'll probably drop off quicker over the years, right, from not playing at the highest level. But for the 2026 World Cup, he's still going to be a starter for us if he's healthy. It misses the whole point. We're also not against, like, many rising young players coming through MLS to be in the roster or any of that. But the fact of the matter is, most of our best players play in Europe, and usually for you to get better, right? Usually for you to get better, you have to challenge yourself against the best players in the world.
yeah,
Right. That's why the best players in the world play in the best leagues in the world. But, like, for example, if Messi was American, yeah, bring him to the national team. Like, no one's going to oppose that.
right.
It's just,
But they're using it to try to justify calling up like Walker Zimmerman or Miles. I promise you, wait for these, like, the slurping that's going to be happening for January camp, right? Walker Zimmerman wins a header against some Venezuelan domestic league player. This is the thing that the national team is missing: aerial prowess. Like the trumpeting of propaganda that's going to be happening, even though it's Camp Cupcake, and we see this every year. Doing good in Camp Cupcake means absolutely nothing. Do you remember all the guys that were in Camp Cupcake in January that Berhalter called up? Ian, what's his name, from Cincinnati, Bernie Kamungo from Dallas, like all these guys that like never got even a call up ever again. It's a completely useless camp in terms of projecting. The only one that's interesting is if you bring an under 21 player.
Well, the only interesting player in that camp we lost.
Barakevich, exactly.
Yeah. The one interesting player, we're like, hey, there's something there. Like, boom, Bosnia. He's like, bye. The only player. It's it's just like I think the US soccer media thinks that the US soccer fan is just stupid. They think the average US soccer fan is just stupid. And that goes from, like, most of the US soccer media members, right? They'll put something out like that, and they think that the average US soccer fan can't think for themselves. They don't
including
need
some TAC who are pretending to be independent YouTubers.
The CBS people,
for example.
Well, they're not. They're literally paid to be there. Like, those the CBS people are the funniest ones for me. I remember when Heath Pierce was I don't know if he was fired or let go. Maybe the contract.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe let go. Maybe he wasn't fired. Just the contract was up and they let him go. And then Heath Pierce, like, he was in the CBS guys, because those guys, I tried watching their show, but every time they're live, it just looks like those guys are there just because they're getting paid. They look extremely unhappy, as if they don't want to be there. But I remember when Heath Pierce was let go or fired, I don't know. He tweeted something like at some point that he missed talking about soccer. And I was just thinking to myself, it's like, what's stopping you, right? You can, like, it's free to start a YouTube channel. It's free to start a podcast. I mean, maybe you need to buy a mic, which you already has because you already had one. I guess what what he meant by there is that he missed getting paid to talk about soccer. That's what he missed. And that's the case with all of them. And it's funny because with all of that we're talking about, the media, it seems at times that they think the fans are stupid. By fans, I mean like me and you also, right?
Yeah.
We don't need to say what I just said here. We don't need to say it. The fans know all that, but they act as if all of us were just stupid. And then they say stupid things that like the Berhalter winningest agenda. Remember that they were all pushing? CBS, Doug McIntyre, like whatever, like fake journalists are out there and all that. But it's just it's mainly why they just like don't get good numbers, all of them. But that's just my thought on it. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone. Cubone Maker saying, wishing Pete a speedy recovery from the chronic explosive diarrhea. Like they really bought into the diarrhea narrative.
A little Imodium and you're back on your feet in no time.
And Pete, let's be real. If you had explosive diarrhea, you would still be here.
Probably, yes. Probably.
Yeah. It takes more than explosive diarrhea to take us down. Much more. Semper G7 saying, stadium is empty. USSF is pathetic. So it's 7:50. I haven't seen the stadium yet. It did look empty. I'm going to wait until like 20 minutes into the game to see if it's actually empty. Definitely there is some blame to put on USSF for all of it. And especially people talk about St. Louis. Didn't they also not sell out last time? They didn't sell out because I remember I won. Remember the discussion of soccer capital?
Yes, that was Berhalter's assertion that St. Louis is the soccer capital of America.
Mm-hmm. And then what's his name? The stadium is empty again. Look, this always happens with U.S. soccer. I talked about this last stream, so it's good that you're here today, Pete, because I want to get your thoughts on this. Last stream, we're talking about where the U.S. men's national team and the U.S. women's national team too should play. But more specifically, I'm going to talk about the U.S. men's national team. So someone's saying that they sold 19 tickets 2 days ago. So let's see. It should be sold out then because I think the stadium fits like 25,000. But my point is every time there's a new MLS franchise, U.S. soccer just puts the U.S. men's national team to play in these cities, right? They played a lot here in Orlando when we even at the 2017 World Cup qualifying when we beat Panama before Cuba. It was here in Orlando because it was a new stadium. At the time it was Exploria, I believe. Austin, we played a lot in Q2 lately because it's a semi-new MLS franchise. St. Louis is a new MLS franchise. I think Columbus we played too when they got a new stadium. Cincinnati, which was also semi-new MLS franchise. So exactly. So they go to these areas essentially where there's a new MLS franchise. I don't see a major issue with us playing in MLS stadiums. I mean, they're great stadiums. But I think if you want to grow soccer in this country, you don't really have to play in the MLS stadiums. MLS can do their own thing to grow in that city. What we should be doing is we should be partnering with colleges, going to these college stadiums, giving a good percentage of free tickets to college students in that location and massive discounts for locals. Pack like a 40, 50, 60,000. If it's free for a good amount of college students, they'll get some beers and they'll go and they'll have fun. They'll have a good time.
Yeah. Or offer them a $20 ticket and a free beer on entry. Believe me, they will come out for that.
Yeah. So, and promote it well on campus. And it also has to be with big colleges, right? You're not going to go with like a 5,000 student college. Go to one.
No. Go to the SEC. Go to the South. Play in Alabama.
Georgia, Alabama.
Yeah, Georgia Tech.
Whatever, like go and play and get new fans. If you do it for free or you do it very cheap, it will help. I mean, this is also not, just to make it clear, this is not a genius idea. It's a pretty obvious idea, but at the same time, there's the issue that they want to play, right? They want to play in MLS stadiums to promote the franchise in that city. That's what they do.
That's part of the deal when you become a part of MLS. They're going to put a certain amount of national team games in your city, you know?
Probably is. JH saying Berhalter football gives me explosive diarrhea. It did, honestly. So I don't know if you guys know, but you can get explosive diarrhea from stress. It is true. You can. Right, Pete?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you one thing. Berhalter stressing us out probably did give me explosive diarrhea here and there. But listen, before we continue, I'm going to put a quick word from the sponsor of this video, SoRare, because I got to pay for the Wi-Fi here at the apartment, one way, shape, or form. So I'm going to put a quick ad from the sponsor. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Me and Pete are going to have a little bit of a break. And in the meantime, drop a like okay, that we appreciate that a bit. Get those likes up. We'll be back in like 60 seconds.
Tactical Manager TV is partnering up with SoRare with a special offer. The link will be in the description. In SoRare, you can collect your own virtual cards of your favorite players. And then you may be asking, why would I want to collect virtual cards? Well, you can line them up on 5-a-side games every single week. And if your players perform in real life, you can win actual money, signed jerseys, game tickets, or even more cards to improve your own club. And you can also get unique experiences like a friend of the channel, Thiago, that got to meet Zinedine Zidane. You know what's also cool? They also have the NBA and Major League Baseball. I'm mainly gonna just stick to soccer, but you do you. What I really like about SoRare, before we even partnered with them, is that they're unlike other fantasy games, where you have to pay per play. In SoRare, you pay to get the players you want permanently as cards. And then you can play multiple times using those same cards, at least until the player retires, win rewards if your players perform in real life. You can also buy undervalued player cards for cheap, then hold, use them in the future when they improve or develop, and then you can even sell that card when its value goes up for better ones. Or just keep the money yourself. If you sign up with the link in the description of this video, you will get $50 in credit to buy your first cards. Again, the link will be in the description. Use that link to make sure you get the special offer. Play with responsibility. All right, enjoy.
You know what's funny, Pete? In the last video, so everyone just listen to this. Last video, someone put a comment just saying, I am going to unsubscribe because there's an ad. And then I just told him, it's like, listen, dude, one, you can skip it. That's one thing. You can skip it in the video. I mean, SoRare is not going to like hearing this, but I mean, they know you can just skip it. The second thing is it's free content. We have to like get paid somehow, right?
Yeah.
So, and still it's not a lot with it, but yeah, if you want to unsubscribe for it, just do it. I can't really do anything about that. I can't also work to make videos and content for multiple hours and
how many hours a week would you say you spend making content, Tac?
Probably 40 plus.
40 hours a week?
Yeah, with doing the 3 videos a week. The abroad consumes probably a good, like, I mean, look, many of the games I probably would watch anyway. But let's be real. If I'm not doing the USMNT abroad, I'm not watching freaking Norwich or some other games, right? But I would say like during the weekend, I'll probably have like 6 to 8 hours watching soccer, mainly targeting like the Americans, right? Not it's some games I want to watch, but some games I don't watch a game I wanted to watch because I need to follow that player, see how he's doing. Unlike, the CBS guys that don't do any of that. But anyhow, so yeah, the multiple hours, yeah, probably adds up to 40 a week, I would say.
Yeah, I calculated it one time. I spent a week just calculating how much time I spent on the channel and the Patreon and everything. 25 hours I spent, which is about just over half of a full-time job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And definitely ain't making half of a full-time salary.
No, but God forbid we put an ad. Everyone, so Fallen Phoenix is saying, should more prospects follow Tessmann and Bucio's development paths, such as MLS, Bundesliga 2, or Serie B? So they didn't really choose that path. They went to the Serie A. They went to the Italian First Division. They got relegated, and that's where I appreciate what they did. Once they got relegated, they didn't come back to MLS. They stayed there. They stayed for 2 seasons, fought to get promoted, and got promoted with Venezia, developed, and got better. So I wouldn't say they chose that path. I think many MLS players, they're ready to play in a better league than the second Bundesliga and Serie B. They can go to the Eredivisie. They can go to the EFL Championship. Some can play for Serie A teams, Bundesliga teams, like lower table. That would probably be a better development. Because I don't know if you agree with me, Pete. I don't think Bundesliga, Serie B, and MLS, the level doesn't change. Maybe there's more pressure in the Serie B.
Yeah, I think there's more pressure and more at stake in those leagues. But in terms of quality, I don't think it's much different.
Yeah, so no, I think they can go to better leagues from there. Also, like I said, Tessmann and Bucio, they didn't choose to go to the Serie B. They got relegated. So,
also, both of them still were in the process of developing, right? They still had a lot of developing to do. And the playing time in Serie B gave them that possibility to develop.
Mm-hmm. Matt Poliquin saying, only eat 3 cheeses rest of your life. What are you picking? That's a very random question. So I'm a big fan of Swiss cheese, especially putting it in sandwiches. So I can't leave Swiss cheese. Pepper jack cheese, because I like it spicy sometimes. And then the third, I guess I'm gonna have to go. The thing is, most pizzas have mozzarella cheese, so I'm gonna have to go with that.
Mm.
What about you?
For me, it's brie. That's my favorite cheese.
Oh,
Love a
that's
good
great.
brie. Blue cheese, which is very stinky but very delicious, especially on like a salad.
Is blue cheese actual cheese?
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
just molded, basically moldy cheese. And then yeah, I'm with you on mozzarella. Although I would probably pick cheddar because over blue cheese, simply because cheddar is like you can put it on everything, right? A sandwich, you can put cheddar.
Hot
It's a
dog.
very hot dog.
hot
It's a very
dog.
diverse cheese. But I love pizza, so you're right. I have to stick to mozzarella. Mozzarella and brie for sure, and then cheddar is probably the safe third pick.
Yeah, it's just I'm a big cheese guy. I'm a big cheese guy. I love getting like some prosciutto with put some
Oh,
lime on it. Cheese.
prosciutto with brie on like French, like a baguette. Oh,
And you melt the brie cheese. Melt
yeah,
it.
slightly melted. Maybe you put a little bit of like a dried apricot on top for garnishing.
No cheddar cheese. No, we mentioned cheddar cheese. It's just that he said only 3 types of cheese. It's really hard to just pick 3. Cheddar cheese is great, right? Cheddar cheese with bacon and eggs, perfection.
Mm.
But
Mm.
it's hard to pick 3 when there's so many different types of cheese that are wonderful. Feta cheese, no. I don't hate feta cheese, but that is among the bottom of the list. It's good with some salads. That's
Yeah.
about me.
Game just kicked off, by the way.
Seriously? For me, it hasn't. For you, it has?
I'm watching on Max. I'm about 17 seconds in.
Oh, God, you're in the future today. Yeah, so
I
mine's
won't stay though. I'll come at halftime.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it on. You have Max. I don't have Max. Let me see if I can put it on.
It's also on Peacock, TNT.
I can put maybe Peacock here might be better. It's on Peacock? Actually, let me do that then. The game started, everyone. I'm gonna try here to put it on Peacock. That might solve the issue. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, maybe that'll help, and I'll be tied up with everyone. Everyone, make sure to get those likes up. I don't know how many we have. And Pete, I'm at second 21. And then when I put it on Peacock now, let me see. Okay. All right. I'm going to get it on Peacock. And this should be good. Okay. So let's see how it looks here. But everyone, United States and Jamaica, by the way, they do have away goals. They do have away goals. So keep that in mind. If the United States does lose 2-1, we are eliminated. Okay. So let's see here. Why is it not working? Okay, watch now. Let me see what Peacock is, Pete. What second are you at, Pete?
141.
Okay. All right. So everyone, United States, Jamaica. So 2-1 Jamaica. Jamaica advances. I saw some Jamaicans here in the chat. Who's the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF right now? Maybe Andre Blake, because Keylor Navas retired. I don't think it's Crepeau. I don't think it's Matt Turner. It's probably Andre Blake. I'm at a minute 42.
It's a good shout. I don't know why Mexico's still using Ochoa, but
yeah, they might just be preparing Ochoa to fight Jake Paul. They're just waiting for him to get old enough.
He's too young. He's too young.
He's too young. You got to be
Minimum
that.
has to be 55 plus. And
Yeah,
preferably had some recent medical issues. He needs to have had recent medical issues in order to fight Jake Paul.
By the way, I'm at minute 2:06, 07, 08, 09, 10.
So I'm about 20 seconds ahead of you. I won't spoil it. I'm going to get going here anyway to watch the game.
So actually, just one thing before you go, Christian Pulisic is so A-Rob is tucked inside.
That's what I was just going to say. A-Rob is very much tucking inside almost. It's like an inverted fullback.
That doesn't seem to suit A-Rob.
No. But to be fair, I don't know how much pressure he's going to be under.
Yeah, but I've seen him like have poor first touches even when he's not under pressure. So it's a bit odd to see A-Rob as a CM.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, watch.
Was it A-Rob?
He was involved.
Okay, so Ream progressing the ball forward, finds Christian Pulisic. Pulisic dribbles inside. Weah, back heel to A-Rob. Back to Weah. Oh, God. This is going to be a banger. This is going to be a banger. This is going to be a banger. Oh, post. Tim Weah hit the post. Good combination play
Well,
between
what a beautiful
Pulisic,
goal that would have
Weah.
been.
Yo, it would have been a banger. Pulisic, Weah, and then
So-
A-Rob.
Yeah. This combination work is very we never saw this in the Berhalter era much.
Well, because of Berhalter era, I don't know if you remember, but everyone was so spread out on the field to create space. If
To
you want to have
cross.
combination play, you guys have to approach each other. That's South
Yeah.
American, very South American way
Well,
of
also,
playing.
you were supposed to cross the ball. Remember?
That too, yeah. It's very nice to see a team that doesn't just cross.
Well, I think the fluidity is nice. There's a real fluidity right now between A-Rob, Pulisic, and Weah. They're not stuck in one position each. And that's great because, I mean, obviously it's unpredictable, but it also drags – if you're man-marking somebody, you drag them out of position, which then creates more space.
T is saying, hopefully last U.S. men's national team game without Dest for a while. Yeah, Dest is expected to be back in March. Okay, if there's no setbacks, he
I
should
thought
be
it was
back.
January.
No, with the U.S. in March.
Oh, with the U.S., yes.
Yeah, if there's no setbacks, he should be available for the U.S. in March. Patrick McCoon is saying, Tack, the fade looks clean. Thank you very much. The hair helmet was played out respectfully. Love y'all. America, let's go. Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you very much. Bragg Gerhalter said, my son Sebastian looks nothing like me. I'm a fraud. What do you mean Sebastian looks nothing like Greg? What? Ravens Medical saying Brendan Aronson, flu-like symptoms, is available off the bench. Didn't travel to Jamaica because of those symptoms. Chris Richards, hamstring strain. I didn't know that. Makes the bench, unsure of match fitness.
I mean, that was his old injury. He's referring to the old injuries. The reason he's not fully fit is because he had a hamstring strain before.
Yeah, so if he's on the bench, he's probably fine, most of them. Aronson might just be benched. He might just not be a starter.
He was trained all week, so.
Yeah. Jeff Carey saying, I watched the game yesterday. What game? What game is Jeff talking about? But it's interesting that I'm trying to figure out the team because Pulisic's drifting wide. This is a different way of playing that we've been playing under Pochettino.
Well, it's fluid. It's very fluid, right? Sometimes when Pulisic drifts wide, A-Rob drifts into the middle, and then McKennie pushes up into Pulisic's position. That's when we saw A-Rob in the double pivot, right? And then, Way obviously drifts wide too. He'll drift centrally at times. So far, I mean, it's early on, 6 minutes, but there seems to be a fluidity, and most of our danger obviously is coming down the left between Pulisic, Weah, and A-Rob, right? On the right-hand side, it's Musa and Scally, so it's not exactly the most attacking-oriented right-hand side.
Now, hear me out here. When Serginho Dest is back, I can see him playing the role that A-Rob is playing through central midfield. And then A-Rob can stay as one of the center backs in the back three.
McKennie's drifting wide at times too. There's a lot of fluidity. This does not look like system ball. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not. It doesn't look like positional play. Let me put it that way.
No. It seemed like also this is where McKennie usually thrives, just kind of like doing whatever he wants.
Yes, in a free roll.
Semper G7 saying, is A-Rob playing left central defensive midfielder? In possession, yes.
At times, yes.
Yeah. Defensively, no. He's playing as a left back when we're defending.
Oh, but he is so refreshing, man. This is so refreshing to watch.
And I mean, we created just one chance so far, but we're completely dominating them so far. Jamaica has barely.
And it looks very fluid. The interchange of positions, when we lose the ball, everyone's pressing. I like this. I mean, it's early, but so far I'm very pleased with this start.
Yeah, now we got to start converting, creating more chances, and start scoring goals because ultimately, the result does matter, right? We got to get these goals, not just how we play. Pepe fighting for it. A-Rob, good recovery there from A-Rob. Okay, now down the right here with Joe Scally. Is that Joe Scally? Yeah, Joe Scally's high up the field. Is that him?
No.
Tanner Testament passes the ball back to Weston McKennie down the right side of the field. By the way, everyone, I'm hitting minute 8 right now. Hitting minute 8. So if you're ahead of me, you guys will know. Is Musa on the right wing? Yes, Musa's playing on the right wing. Yunus Musa. He is. Musa with the cross. Pepe, it goes through. Weah again. Oh, Weah with the poor shot. Way out the poor shot. A-Rob. Tanner Tessman. Joe Scally with another cross. Dude, Pete, honestly, if we ramp up the intensity a little bit here, this is supposed to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we have. We've been intense, but if we just tighten it up a little bit, it's a bloodbath. Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie. Dude, Jamaica is bunkering and they need a goal.
I know. Well, also, they can't even get the ball. I don't think they've touched the ball.
Good switch. Good switch from Tessman. Tim Weah.
All right. I'm going to let you go.
All right. See you soon, Pete. See you soon.
All right. I'll see you.
Cross goes in. Goal kick for Jamaica. Fellas, so far, so good. So far, so good. Still 0-0, but we're playing very well. Guys, they got to convert those chances. Well, that's the thing. It's so false. It's very common in soccer to miss multiple goal-scoring opportunities. You don't score for the most part, actually. Most opportunities are wasted. You have to continue to create. Continue to create. We're playing very well. We're playing very well. This is actually an enjoyable U.S. men's national team to watch. Dave Valensky, thank you very much for the super chat saying, how's it going, guys? It's a long time since I watched. Went to South Dakota versus Minnesota women's soccer tournament game. The scoreboard operator stopped the clock and kept the time. It was refreshing. Hopefully you enjoyed it, Dave. It seems like you have. And I think you're catching a good game here because the United States has looked good to start the game. They're bringing intensity, very fluid in possession, moving the ball well, creating opportunities just 10 minutes into the game. So far, we looked very good. Hopefully we start converting this into goals, right? We need to score goals. Matt Turner, okay, good pass from Turner. Tanner Tessman. Out wide to Tim Weah. Tim Weah to Pulisic. Oh, great 1-2. Go Weah. Take him on. Tim Weah. Tim Weah passing to Christian Pulisic. Pulisic on a 1v1. Now he's kind of trapped. They figure it out. Weah and Pulisic will figure it out. Weah's been looking good, man. Okay, here comes Tim Ream in possession. Been looking good. Tim Weah, Christian Pulisic. And this whole thing with A-Rob in the double pivot. Actually, we're not even playing a back two right now. We're not playing a back three. Only McKenzie and Ream are staying. Scally was pushing high up the field. Christian Pulisic drives and blew by the first one. Oh, foul? Maybe, ref? Foul? Okay, and McKenzie hits the Jamaican player from behind. Gave him some back shots. Not good. Not good. The Jamaican players don't like getting back shots there. That was a foul. A very soft foul. Very soft one. But that was a foul. No, so far we're playing well here. It's interesting that he actually changed the system. He changed the system here. In camp, same camp. It looks like a 4-2-3-1 defensive shape. And then in possession, it's kind of hard to figure it out because it's so fluid. Kind of interesting. But everyone, make sure to drop a like in the stream. I don't know how many likes we have. We actually have only 296. Get them up. Get them up. Get those likes up. Come on. You see, the way you guys got to see this, guys, girls, whoever's watching this, whatever you are, and you're watching this, get those likes up. It helps the channel quite a bit, right? It's like you're like, okay, I should probably let's see. Donovan McKay saying comments should be neutral. I can't listen to you. You should not come to so Jamaica can listen to you. I'm being neutral, but Jamaica's not playing well to start the game. Even though Jamaica gets a chance here and it's cleared. Jamaica hasn't really played that well. Just being honest. The U.S. has been deserving a goal for quite some time. I think Jamaica also, if they had all their players, it's a completely different team. You guys are missing Pinnock. You guys are missing Montonio. Weston McKennie to Pulisic. Oh, go. Christian Pulisic. McKennie to Pulisic. United States 1-0. United States 1-0. And Pulisic does. Did he just do the Trump dance? I think he did the Trump dance. That's going to piss some people off. He definitely did the Trump dance. Christian Pulisic. McKennie to Pulisic. What a pass from McKennie.
Did you see the dance?
Yeah, it's going to piss a few people off.
How many people are going to be mad? Christian Pulisic scores a goal for the national team in an important game where we're playing well. And how many people are going to be mad about the dance?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. Can we just leave Pulisic alone? 1-0 for the United States. Beautiful ball. Beautiful finish,
ball.
too.
But a reward for a very good game so far. Like, we're playing really well.
No, and if we keep it up like this, this will be a bloodbath. Like we said,
Yes, we need to keep up this intensity and fluidity the entire game. That's what we want to see.
Dude, and this is a team missing Tyler Adams, Johnny, Gio Reyna, Balogun, Dest. Oh, boy.
Richards.
Let's see. They're saying, so refreshing. We got a coach who adapts to his opponent. Yeah, we are playing different. If you notice, we're not playing a back three in possession. We're not playing. It's only McKenzie and Ream. Scally's also pushing high up the field.
Scally's getting high up the field to put pressure on them, yeah.
I told people last stream, because they were saying we lose creativity with McKennie playing as the 10. Sure, he's not as creative as a Gio Reyna, but McKennie can pick these passes. He's shown this with Juventus. He can be a playmaker.
Yeah.
I know it's Jamaica, but guys, remember how when we played Jamaica at home for the Nations League in March?
Yeah, oh my God. Brutal. Yeah. Big difference so far. Big difference.
Oh, yeah. Jamaica's not getting a shot if we keep playing like this. N1 saying Pulisic with Trump's dance, based. And then Ben De Rossi is saying Pochettino ball. Yeah, we're playing. This is a team that if we play like this in CONCACAF, this will get fans excited again. If we keep playing the CONCACAF teams like this, we will get the fans excited again.
Yeah, agreed.
But what a beautiful one. I need to see like the people complaining on Twitter now about Pulisic.
Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of that.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if anyone's going to stop watching.
They're like, I'm not going to watch anymore.
I'm a USMNT fan, which means you want the US to win and play well. But not if they're going to dance like that guy I don't like. But that is the president-elect of the United States. Whether you like him or not, however you feel about him, he is the president-elect.
There will be calls to cancel Christian Pulisic now.
There will be. There will be.
But anyhow, back to the game here. And then now Scally's sitting a bit deeper now with the back three. So it seems like we have different ways of playing throughout the game, where it's nice to see a coach that adapts in different ways of how the game is going, right? Going with the flow. A guy that has a feel for the game.
Yeah. And they seem to have a lot of freedom, right? There's a lot of freedom in the interplay.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tenor Testament back. Man, I just wish he tried Tenor as a center back for once. Just
I know. Leon's going to have to do it. In order for Poch to try it, I think Leon's going to have to do it.
Yeah, well, they're about to get relegated, so there's that.
I mean, we don't know for sure if they're going to get relegated, right? It depends if Textor can come up with the money. Yeah, look, A-Rob playing in a double pivot. Pulisic drifting back to play left back at times.
What I'm just wondering is it because it's Jamaica? I don't think this A-Rob in the double pivot would work against a better opponent.
Cranks is saying, why did he have to do the dance? No, I agree with you. I don't know if it will work against a better opponent, but I think for Jamaica at home, fine by me. Also, he's not playing there permanently. He drifts there at times.
It's they're saying USMNT Reddit is already pissed.
Oh my God. I wonder if we're going to get TikTok videos about it.
Well, at
People
least
having
USMNT Reddit now can take the focus away from me and you and go shit on Pulisic.
They can be less mad at us and more mad at Pulisic.
Or they're going to say, Tack and Pete didn't criticize Pulisic's dance.
I used to love Tack and Pete, but they didn't renounce the USMNT because Pulisic did a dance for 2 seconds.
To me, the biggest concern here is the following. Pulisic's like 26, right? And Donald Trump is like 200 years old at this point. Is it concerning that when Trump does the dance, he's a little bit better than Pulisic with his moves?
He's got better, like his movement, more rhythm.
It's a bit concerning because Pulisic is like 50 years younger, so he should be moving those hips a bit better because Donald Trump should not be out dancing Christian Pulisic. In my opinion. I mean, who knows who's going to outdance Pulisic next? Joe Biden? It's a little bit concerning. But going back into the game, now we're playing a back three, Pete. Now we're definitely playing. Joe Scally's definitely staying back. Oh, what a pass. McKennie to Weah.
I don't think you can look at it in terms of like, now it's this, now. I mean, in different phases of play and in different moments, the formation changes and the positional responsibilities change. You know, sometimes A-Rob's in the half space. He's not even really that central. But this is really beautiful to see. Really beautiful to watch.
I haven't, like, when was the last time we've seen the team play this well against a team that wasn't full of, like, fishermen?
Yeah, I don't remember ever, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't remember it either. Usually we play like this against Grenada. Kind of. No, actually.
No. We rack up the score against Grenada, but we never look like this.
No. It looks like we're making Jamaica look like a semi-pro team. And this Jamaican side, sure, they're missing a lot of players, so it's not the best Jamaican side possible. But this is not Grenada. This Jamaican side would most likely trash Grenada. But again, we have to keep getting more goals. Keep getting more goals. Hype up the fans. Don't like lower the intensity. Who do we have on the bench? Let me see here. Who do we have on the bench? And then what's his name? Jeff Carey saying, Tack, do the YMCA MAGA dance, please. What is the YMCA MAGA dance? Is it what?
No idea what that is.
That's not the YMCA, the one that Trump does like this. That's not the YMCA one.
No, that's definitely not the YMCA.
Sorry, Jeff. I don't know what the YMCA MAGA dance is.
All right, Dak, I'll see you at halftime.
See you soon. Rocco22 saying Biden and his wife voted for Trump. We don't know that. We don't know that. There's no evidence of that. We're not sure. Not related, but did you see San Marino got promoted? I saw that they won today. What is going on with San Marino? Haven't they like not won a game in like 20 years and then they started winning now? Who's revolutionizing San Marino football right now? Miller is saying the dance doesn't look right without small hands. Yeah, Pulisic has big hands. I think Pulisic has big hands. And you know what they say about big hands? Anyone in the chat know what they say about big hands? If you have big hands, you got big feet. That's what they say about big hands. And you know what they say about big feet, right? If you have big feet, you have big shoes. And you know what they say about big shoes, right? They don't say anything about big shoes. They don't. They really don't. That's where the joke ends, right there. But back here thinking, ooh, okay, Matt Turner saves it. That I need to see the replay there. That might have not really been like that easy of a save. Julian Viva is saying, what influence will Trump have on the USMNT? None. I would say none. I don't think the president should or has any influence in the national team right there. So I'd say none. I mean, look, he might try to claim some influence, but I don't think he has any influence in the national team. That's my opinion. Okay, McKennie here at the ball. Yunus Musa. Back to Scally, and the United States will play out of the back here. 23 minutes, and we've looked good. We looked very good so far. Very good performance from the U.S. men's national team so far in this game. I like what I'm seeing. Christian Pulisic to Anthony Robinson. Okay, ball goes through Pepe. Ooh, Andre Blake saves it. A-Rob. Okay, back to Scally. Tenor Tessman through the middle. Pepe back to A-Rob. A-Rob to Tim Ream. United States still in possession here. 24 minutes. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. My favorite player of all time, by the way. Every time I see the number 24. Oh, Pulisic. He's through. Blocked. Good ball from A-Rob. Hey, A-Rob has been good. A-Rob has been good as a left central defensive midfielder in possession, which is quite surprising to see. It's quite surprising to see. Speaking of big hands, what happened to the female ref from the last break? What does she have to do with big hands? She didn't have big hands. Okay, short corner. Christian Pulisic. Cross goes in, cleared by the Jamaican defense. And then Scally tries to win the header, cleared again by the Jamaican defender. And this could be Jamaican transition. Okay, Jamaica here. Okay, stopped by McKennie. Stopped by Weston McKennie. And then I think Mark McKenzie takes the ball. Yeah, McKenzie takes the ball and finds Christian Pulisic again. Christian Pulisic, 1v1, tries to blow by defender, opens up to Tim Weah down the left. Tim Weah drives inside. Weah switch. Oh, beautiful switch. McKennie settles it. McKennie finds inside Ricardo Pepi. Weston McKennie again. Weston McKennie had a beautiful assist, by the way. For anyone that missed the goal, it was a beautiful assist. They're saying, where are the Jamaican baddies? Guys, this game's in St. Louis. I don't think there's a large Jamaican community in St. Louis. So yeah, I don't think there's many Jamaican fans. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I'm looking here. I'm looking at the stands. I see mainly U.S. fans. But if you guys see a Jamaican fan, you let me know. Okay, Tim Ream in possession. They're saying there are no baddies in St. Louis. I've never been to St. Louis in my life. I really haven't been to St. Louis. I guess close by, I've been to Kansas City, but never to St. Louis. And I've been to Kansas City on both sides, in Kansas State and Missouri. McKenzie to Tim Ream. Let me get some water here. Some agua. Okay, Tim Ream goes long. He's going to find Ricardo Pepi. This could be a good chance. Ricardo Pepi. Back to Weah. Weah to Christian Pulisic. Okay. Oh, he got hit, but nope. No call. No call from the ref. Guys, we got to get a second goal here. Get a 2-0 lead at halftime. And then in the second half, put the nail in the coffin. Get a third goal. Send Jamaica back home. And that's it. But let's get a second goal here. What time am I at? I'm at minute 26:55, 26:56, 26:57, 26:58, 26:59, 27. So that's the time that I'm on right now. I'm like roughly 29 seconds behind what you see on screen. Like 29 seconds, the timer that you see there on screen. So far, so good here for the United States. Very strong performance. Tremendous performance here from the United States so far. Probably should have had more than a goal. And here comes Jamaica. But again, like, look, 2-1 and Jamaica goes through. So we need to get another goal. Jamaica hasn't really shown much so far in this game, but they're still technically in it, right? Brian Bunker saying, I'm 45 faster than you. That's what she said. That's what she said, Brian. That's what she said. And I'm 32 seconds behind the TNT broadcast. I'm watching it on Peacock right now. I'm watching it on Peacock. Why are you guys always ahead of me? That doesn't really make much sense. Unless you guys are watching it with an antenna. Okay, A-Rob. Okay, that was a heavy touch. Heavy touch from A-Rob. And then here comes Jamaica. In transition with Bailey. Bailey, when I say Bailey, it just reminds me of old Greg. Have you guys watched old Greg? You ever drink Bailey from a shoe? I'm old Greg. I'm sure some of you have watched it. Probably older people like me. I'm getting old, man. I'm starting to feel old. Okay, here comes Bailey. Bailey drives inside. Tries to find no options, and that ball will go straight to Matt Turner. Leon Bailey. I'm not gonna lie. If Jamaica ever wants to send me the jerseys that they're wearing right now, I would gladly take it. They're beautiful jerseys. No, seriously, like the Jamaican jerseys. You're gonna tell me they're not beautiful? I know there are rivals today, our opponents. Even we can call them our enemies today. But those jerseys are beautiful. Let's be real. They're beautiful. Isn't Bailey from Pokemon too? No, there's no Pokemon named Bailey. Okay, there's no Pokemon named Bailey. As far as I know. Ricardo Pepi. Ball goes all the way back to Mark McKenzie here. 29 minutes and 45 seconds. Tim Ream holds the ball. No one puts pressure on Tim Ream. I heard he's going to apply to fight Jake Paul next too, Tim Ream. Jake Paul's just waiting for Tim Ream to turn 45. Okay, Jamaica recovers possession here. They're going to have to try to connect it quick with Bailey. Oh my God, what a terrible pass. Terrible pass, and that's a throw-in. It's Bayleaf. Yeah. Bayleaf is a Pokemon, not Bailey. Bayleaf is one of it's from Gen 2. One of the starters evolution. Chikorita, right? That's Chikorita's evolution, if I'm not mistaken. Juan is saying, I agree with you. The jerseys are fine. Yeah, the Jamaican jerseys are beautiful, man. I would gladly take one. I would gladly take a Jamaican jersey right there. Okay, Pepe loses the ball. Okay, here comes Jamaica. Tim Ream could look. We've lowered the tempo a little bit over the past 10 minutes here in the United States, which I don't like. Like I said, we have to keep the intensity. We have to go for that second and third goal. We're starting to let Jamaica get into this game. They haven't really created anything, but we are allowing Jamaica to start to like. Okay, here comes the U.S. in transition. There's a lot of space. Oh, Weah, you had Pulisic. Tim Weah. I will forgive you because you've been playing so well. You've been doing a very good job so far. But Pulisic ran in behind. He overlapped. That was to Christian Pulisic, not Pepe. You're not Juan Riquelme that can put those through balls and find Pepe or Mesut Ozil. Oh, no. Greg Berhalter and Bruce Arena. No way. Greg Berhalter is in attendance. That's bad vibes, man. That's just bad vibes. It just ruined my mood. I'm going to end the stream here. Bye, guys. Okay, I'm joking. I'm here. I'm still here. But that was just bad vibes. You don't show Greg Berhalter on screen. Okay. Tim Ream recovers the ball for the United States. McKenzie, Scally. Scally finds Yunus Musa. Oh, good ball from Musa. Tessman, good ball from Tessman. Could that be McKennie again? Weston McKennie with the ball back to Tessman. Leaves it. Pulisic. Yes. Christian Pulisic deflected. Pulisic scores again. 2-0 for the good guys. It's Pulisic stat pad session. Pulisic stat pad. The greatest U.S. men's national team player of all time. He shoots it. Good ball from Tessman, by the way. Very good. Landon Donovan 73 saying, I'm a member for 16 months. I didn't have any idea. Do I pay for this? I think you do. Like, if you're a member, I can check for you. But I think you do. If you're a member, you're paying, yeah. And we appreciate your support, Landon Donovan, even though I know you're not, I think you're not the real Landon Donovan. I'm assuming you're not. But thank you, everyone that's a member of the channel, by the way. Let me see. I missed a few super chats, right? Okay, so Frank Kessler saying we're going to add Gio and Dest at right back in March. Oh goodness, that's gonna be delightful when we add Gio and Dest and Balogun back. Pat is saying East St. Louis has baddies. If you know, you know. I don't know. I don't know, Pat, but we'll take your word, Pat. So if you guys are looking for baddies, I guess you look for them at east of St. Louis. Eric saying, I heard they're digging up Ali to fight Jake Paul. They might. I think Jake Paul should challenge Joe Biden or Donald Trump now. They're about the age that he would like to fight them. And, I mean, a lot of people would watch. I would totally watch Trump or Biden fight Jake Paul. All Around Gamers saying, looking at Greg Berhalter gave me PTSD. Yeah, I don't know why the cameraman showed him. We don't want to see that. Joseph Garza saying Greg Berhalter's there to learn how to coach soccer. Yeah, he could do that from home. We don't need him there. Here comes to the U.S. Down the right, Joe Scally. Saying Matthew Dominguez is saying we're playing so beautifully, Tack. Yeah, we are. It looks very fluid. The players are approaching each other. They're combining. We're creating. They're floating around in different positions. It's looking great. This is what we wanted from this team. The second goal was all Greg Berhalter. No, it wasn't. Adam Wilton is saying we don't need Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah, how is Jesus Ferreira even doing these days? Tanner Tessman, back to Joe Scally. McKennie. Weston McKennie down the right flank here for the United States. And he resets the entire play back to Yunus Musa. Tessman to Musa. McKenzie to Tim Ream. Okay, Pulisic takes a bad touch. Mark G213 saying, fun fact, Weia's favorite Pokemon is Muck. How do you know that? Also very weird that Muck is his favorite Pokemon. Out of all the options that he picks, Muck. Very weird one. Lou Coutry is saying, imagine when all is healthy, Weah, Pulisic, A-Rob, Reyna, Dest, McKennie on the right, Balogun, Adams in the middle. Yeah, I mean, look, it's, oh, goodness, A-Rob, you scared me there for a second. We're not going to always have, right, everyone fully fit for the most part, even though we did for the Copa America. But overall, if we just have two of those players back, let's say Reyna and Dest, or just like Reyna and Balogun, or Adams and Dest, it's going to be a huge difference. But again, the team is playing very well, even with the players that we're missing. Anthony is acting like a crazy ex that got dumped and stalking. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Okay, here. And also, by the way, we kind of just ignored him, but Bruce Arena was there too. Bruce Arena was there as well. Cross goes in. Andre Blake will collect the ball. Tessman so far greater than Aiden and Johnny. Yes, Tessman so far has played better than Johnny for the national team and played better than Aiden Morris as well. Tessman's been really good today. Last game he was okay, but today's been really, really good, Tanner Tessman. One second, I got to get notes here. Okay, let's go back to the game. Back to the game. 38 minutes and 22 seconds. United States completely in control. Completely in control of this match. Tanner Tessman. Oh, what a ball from Tessman to Weah. Weah. Pepe. Ooh, he didn't score. What a great cross from Weah. What a great ball from Tessman. Tessman settles it. Shoot it. Shoot it. Ah, Tessman. Okay, I'll forgive you. That was a horrible shot. That was a pretty bad shot, not going to lie. But I'll forgive you because that through ball, look at that. He was offside for sure, Tim Weah. But look at Tanner Tessman looking like Ruan Riquelme right there. That's some stuff that Ruan Riquelme would pull on a consistent basis for Villarreal, for Boca Juniors, for Argentina. Actually, not for Argentina. He choked for Argentina quite a bit. But really good ball from Tanner Tessman. Tack, what's your favorite sex toy? Jeff, I don't use sex toys. So I don't have one. But if you guys use sex toys, that's all good. Not judging you, Jeff. Not judging you at all. And no, Jeff, I'm not interested in what's your favorite sex toy. Ghost Card saying, is Honduras going to knock out Mexico? Well, Honduras and Mexico play tomorrow. Do you guys want me to do a live hate watch along for that? Because I think it would be funny if Mexico was eliminated. So yeah, if you guys want to, I can try to do a live hate watch along. By the way, everyone, next Monday we will not have the USMNT Abroad series because I will be traveling. Okay, I will be traveling. We're gonna make some content in a different country, that is kind of far from the US, very far from the US. We will reveal that next week. But even when I'm traveling, we're gonna have videos scheduled, right? We're doing videos about USMNT U20 prospects that will be released when I'm traveling. We have an interview, 2-episode interview with Hurt Gomez that will be out when I'm traveling. All of that will be out. Okay, so don't worry. Don't worry. We have everything covered for that. But the USMNT Abroad, we won't have it next Monday. Okay. No, it's not Canada. Canada's close. I can drive to Canada from Florida. It's like 20 hours, I think. No, we're going to go somewhere far. It's not going to be Brazil. It's in a different continent. I kind of say Brazil and the US. We're all in the same continent. We're in the Americas. It's not in the Americas. We're going to a different country. We're going to a country that's going to be very far. Very far. And we're going to make some content there too. We're going to make some good content there too. So don't worry. You guys are going to love it. Andre Blake, Jamaica trying to play out of the back. A-Rob wins it. Weah. A-Rob, Pepe. Pulisic hat trick. No, Pepe drives up. Pepe goal. Pepe goal. Pepe goal. 3-0 for the United States. 3-0 for the U.S. men's national team. In the first half. So this is what it feels like to have a real coach. Incredible, right? Incredible. We get a real coach, we win away, and then we have a dominant win against Jamaica at home. Yeah, man, this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. It's been a while, right, since we played that. Yeah, and I said that we're smoking the Jamaican pack today, but the Jamaican pack might not be what it sounds like. All right? The Jamaican pact. Zach, will you go to the Nations League semifinals or final? Probably not, Zach. One of the downsides of I love having the YouTube channel and I love very much covering the team. But the problem is the live watch-alongs, the camp coverages, these are the biggest things for the channel. And a lot of people love it. If I go to the game, I don't cover the game, right? And I don't, just between us here, because we have like 1,500 people here. We usually have more viewers in the channel, so not everyone will know. I don't really like, so let me actually rephrase that. Oh, Turner with the save. I think doing a vlog, making a vlog when I'm in a game, it ruins the experience. I become focused on the content, which I have fun doing it, but it kind of ruins the experience. I don't want to go to a US game and make a vlog. And that's like the downside of having the YouTube channel. Everything becomes very content focused. And the only time I get to really, really, really enjoy the coverage with you guys is during the live watch-alongs. I go to a game, I don't enjoy it as much because I have to make content, spend money on it, and this is what does well. People like the live watch-alongs. So that's why over the past few years, I haven't really gone to many games. I've gone to the games here in Orlando, obviously, and that one in Austin. I did go to Austin that one time with Brett Oppenheim and Pete. But besides that, no, we prefer to cover here at the channel. So I won't be going to the games. And here comes Jamaica in possession. Let me see what else. Actually, Brett Gerhalter say, will Mexico get a fake penalty kick or 38 minutes of extra time? Oh, they'll get a lot. They'll get a lot of help from the ref tomorrow. But if you guys want to, I'll do the live hate watch along tomorrow. Brian saying Christian Pulisic hat trick for my 18th birthday today. Happy birthday, Brian. Happy birthday. Man, I really would love to see a Christian Pulisic hat trick. One more goal, and Christian Pulisic will get a hat trick. But I have a feeling that in the second half, Pochettino might start resting some of the players. Rightfully so. Greg Berhalter wondering where these players were. They were held back by Greg Berhalter, a lot of them. They were held back. This has been a tremendous performance from the national team so far. 3-0, easy peasy, dominant. Mark G213, this is what it feels like to be a Muck fan. Yeah, I never thought that Muck would have a actual fan club. Barney7181 saying Milan versus Juventus. Hopefully, Italy is lit, tack. I can't deny or confirm that it's the Milan versus Juve game. Can't confirm or deny that. I'm just saying I won't be in the Americas. Gonna go somewhere else. Has Pepe earned a starting spot? He's locked in the roster and he's ahead of Sargent. I still think Balogun's a better center forward than Pepe. I still think, but absolutely Pepe, 2 games, 2 goals this camp. So he has made a case to go fight for that position. But I still think ultimately when push comes to shove, Balogun's a better player. And we saw that in the Copa America. Right, we're talking about Balogun. Balogun was our best player in the Copa America for whatever that's worth. And the first half just ended. Winuke Gonzalez saying, I'm sad that Venezuela and the United States will face each other. Yeah, but Winuke, that'll be a friendly in Camp Cupcake. It doesn't really matter that much. It's going to be a friendly. And they're saying, suck on that, Casey Keller. Casey Keller, man, tight wear. Look. Tight underwear, Casey Keller. He is pissed right now. Tight underwear, Casey Keller. The reason I call him tight underwear, Casey Keller, is because every time I look at Casey Keller, it looks like his underwear is very, very tight, right? Because look, do you ever have that friend that he always looks like the underwear is just so tight that he's in a bad mood? That's Casey Keller. That's Casey Keller right there. And I'm going to ask that to Herc. I'm going to have Herc on for next week. We're going to have Herc here at the channel. I'm going to ask him if Casey Keller is on a bad mood because his underwear is too tight. And I'm going to be very skeptical if Herc knows the answer to that. Very skeptical. Be very weird. Like, why do you know? Why do you know if the guy's underwear is tight? I mean, I've never seen it, so I can't really confirm it. I'm just saying that the eyes don't lie. When you look at a man's eyes, you can tell if that underwear is too tight. You can tell it, right? You look at his eyes and you just see the pain. It's like squeezing his nuts. You know it just by looking at the man's eyes. All right. I know this may sound weird, but trust me. Brian V saying Pochettino's a great coach. Yes, he is. He's a very good coach. We knew that. Very good coach. Tack is going to China. Is that what it is? With a J? China? No, I'm not going to China. Even though I love to visit China. It's a country I always wanted to visit. All-around gamers saying the difference between going against Jamaica last year and this year is night and day. Remember, we almost got knocked out? Well, all-around gamer, I'm about to shock you. It wasn't last year. We faced them 6 months ago. This was 6 months ago that we faced them. It was late March. It wasn't last year. It was much more recent. And by the way, the clown is watching in the stadium.
I saw him. It almost ruined my dinner.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, can't be good vibes having him
It
there.
gave
But
me
Tack,
explosive diarrhea.
nature is healing.
Yeah. Yeah, we look like a completely different team right now from what we've seen in the past, right? Um, and the team looked very fluid. We saw us play at times with back three. The players are also approaching each other, combining in tight spaces, all of them.
There's a lot of one-touch soccer being played. Bomb, bomb, go. Little combinations.
Crossing is not like the mandate. It's an option.
It's an option. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because to make
Also,
it
the way we're moving the ball quickly, there doesn't seem to be this sense of like, okay, I got the ball. There was 14 different PowerPoints on what I was supposed to do in this situation. Which one was it supposed to be? It doesn't feel like that. It feels instinctive. It feels like they have a license to roam, to move, to play with fluidity, quick, one touch, a give and go. It's just, this is what we knew this team was capable of all along. And which is why it was so infuriating for so long that they weren't playing that way. And it's only Poch's fourth game, and we're still missing a lot of players that I think will thrive in this system. So what could the future look like? I mean, sure, it's just 45 minutes, and yes, it's a Jamaica that's kind of in turmoil. But even back then, in March, we played a Jamaica that was missing their 6 best players, and we didn't look anything like this. In fact, we had to rely on a Jamaica own goal and Gio off the bench to save our ass.
Well, let me put this on screen for you. Why don't we go to that Jamaica game and look at their lineup, the one we struggled, this one here. We beat them 3-1, but look at their lineup because we required like a late goal. So they have Bobby Reed was there, no Ethan Pinnock, no Mikel Antonio, no Leon Bailey. And honestly, Leon Bailey's better than Bobby Reed. So this team that we're facing today is more or less the same level or a bit better than that team that we struggled at home.
Yeah.
So again, it just, to me, it's wild that how much different this team is and how the team is clearly improving under Pochettino. Now, look, it's obviously not perfect. We still have to see the U.S. face tougher opponents, and we're not going to overreact to this and just say that it's all sunshine and rainbows. Things are perfect now. They're not perfect, but this is extremely encouraging. There's a lot of reasons for us to be optimistic, and this is the first step in the right direction. We talked about this. We wanted the U.S. men's national team to grind out wins away. We did that. And we wanted them to be dominant at home. That's what we did here in the first half. That's what we want in CONCACAF. That should be the standard in CONCACAF for the U.S. men's national team.
Right. And then we'd have the next step of improvement is to really go toe-to-toe with some of the better teams in the world, right? That's the next level. But yeah, 100%, bro. I mean, this is like, I don't think I've had this much fun watching the U.S. play since Copa America 2016. Like, this is very encouraging because I think there's been a sense over the last few months, and I've even seen this take a lot, is that Pochettino isn't going to change anything. That the players are the players, that Poch is going to come in and it's going to be more of the same. Look, that's just not true. Good coaches matter. Sure, you can't make the players what they're not, but good coaching and what we've always talked about during the, Berhalter era was giving players the freedom to play instead of it being this very rigid, systematic-based approach that was predictable, that relied too heavily on crosses, all of the things that we've talked about before. This feels like everybody, a lot of players have license to roam. A-Rob is roaming. McKennie's roaming. Pulisic is roaming. Weah is roaming. There's a lot of roaming going on, and there's a lot of freedom to try things. And how much of it is choreographed and how much of it is instinctive, it's hard to know for sure. But whatever it is, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we haven't played this. It's not just about it being more effective, right? Because we create goal-scoring opportunities through central positions. We create goal-scoring opportunities out wide. We create it out of creating chaos after a press. Everything. The team is much more goal dangerous. We move the ball faster. The players approach each other. They combine. Just everything has been better, regardless of a dysfunctional Jamaican side. Because we faced that. And here's the thing, too, that someone mentioned here. Xar is saying, Tack, remember your debate with Joe Lowry? That is a good example of what you're saying, Pete, because Joe Lowry, when I brought him here to the channel, this is the guy that's been, I think, with the Athletic multiple times. He's been with the Total Soccer Show and whatsoever. And I brought him for a debate, and I let him talk. I gave him the mic for almost an hour, and he just kept persisting that he thought that coaching didn't matter that much, and that even if we replaced Berhalter, the results would be the same. More or less what you were saying, Pete, that a lot of the media shows were saying, that it just didn't matter. Whoever we got, the players were the same, the results would be the same. And we kept discussing, I kept saying that's not true. How many teams have we seen that they replace a coach and they look completely different? There are countless examples. It's not one, it's not two, it's not three, it's not four, it's not five. There's hundreds of examples if we go throughout history of the sport. So, and here's evidence, right? Sure, could we go to the World Cup and have similar results, like go through the group stage and lose in round 16? It could happen, but you're quite noticeably seeing a different team right away.
Yeah.
Let me go through a few super chats here real quick, Pete. And everyone, if you just tuned in, get those likes up. Let's try to hit 1,000 likes if we can. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and we appreciate it. And after the game today, the post game today is back with 11 Yanks. Not here. 11 Yanks will be the post game. Semper G7 is saying, I'm so happy Greg Tactics mentality slowly evaporating from the players, and it has only been 3 to 4 games. This is fun to watch. 100% plus all the players that Pete already mentioned that are missing. N1BBL3 saying, Casey Keller be like, Greg also got a 3-0 win against Jamaica. Did he?
He never did. 3-1. He needed 3-1 in extra time in Nations League. And then in World Cup qualifying, he beat Jamaica 2-0 at home and drew 1-1 away.
Well, should have lost away, by the way.
Should have lost that, yeah.
Matt Poliquin is saying, Robinson touches are tough scene. Yeah, his first touch is not great, but I thought overall Robinson did a great job in the midfield.
Yeah, I mean, there are times where he's over-dribbling and losing the ball, but, I mean, he's being asked to play a new role, and overall, it's been fine.
Jeff Carey is saying he doesn't wear underwear, just like Tack and Pete. I do wear underwear, Jeff.
I definitely wear underwear.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get us to show him our...
Yeah, we're not. Okay. Barney is saying the fact that Bald Fraud gets to watch this makes it 100 times better than it already is. Like that meme, look at me. Yeah, I'm sure he... Do you think deep inside, Pete, Greg Berhalter might be rooting against the team a little bit?
I think he might be relieved, to be honest. He's so out of his depth. He was always so out of his depth. I think he might be kind of relieved that he doesn't have people booing him anymore, right? Like everywhere he showed up, he got booed. Even when he wasn't there, he got booed. They showed his face, right, in like a football game, like a college football game. He got booed. There were people in Berhalter in football, like college SEC games, holding Berhalter outside. Maybe he's relieved. He gets to go be in Chicago. He can run through the neighborhoods in his tiny shorts, do his bounce passes with whoever's in Chicago there. They never get relegated. It's kind of nice, you know?
Yeah. Why does he wear those tiny shorts?
I don't know. Maybe it's for Jeff Carey. He's hoping Jeff Carey comes to the stadium.
Yeah, maybe. At least Pochettino wears regular-sized shorts.
Thankfully, for everyone's sake.
Michael's saying, thoughts on coaching for 45 minutes. Guys, Michael, it depends. If he talked to coaching and coaching's like, yeah, cap tie me because this is a competitive game, I don't care. But at the same time, I don't know, man. It's like, does it really matter?
I think that would be a little unprofessional to have coaching make his national team debut in a competitive game before, he makes ever plays a professional minute. I will say, though, I wouldn't be against it in January camp. Like if he brought coaching in and started him in January camp, it's a friendly, it's more of a camp cupcake. Even Venezuela, they're not even going to care. That I would be less adverse to than a competitive game.
Yeah, and then they're saying Steve Spada say forgot there was a game. We're doing well as far as performance. We're actually creating chances. Yeah, Steven, there's barely any criticism towards this performance. Sure, we can nitpick on a few things of a few players, but overall, fourth game under Pochettino, the team looks fluid. We're creating a lot of good goal scoring opportunities. 3-0 is a fair result. Could have been 4. We hit the post. Perfect. And I can't remember us giving Jamaica any meaningful goal-scoring opportunity. I can't remember, at least.
They had a shot from distance.
Yeah, but that was like, that's about it. Jonathan is saying, who gets moved or benched when Gio comes back? Well, look, we don't know if Gio's a locked-in starter with Pochettino. We don't know that.
Especially if he's not playing for Dortmund.
Yeah, but ideally, you move Weah maybe to the right wing, Pulisic to the left, and Gio plays central. And then A-Rob provides the width, and Pulisic drifts inside. Ideally, you do that, but there's no evidence or anything that points to Gio being a starter under Pochettino. But holy crap, imagine this team playing like this and still having Gio Reyna off the bench.
Yeah, well, all the guys that are still not here too: Dest, Balogun, Johnny, Adams.
Yeah, a lot of players. Big Chief Rasta saying, where do you guys see a healthy Gio Reyna fitting in here? Did you guys hear the thought processes on Weah starting on the left? Did I hear the thought process of Weah starting on the left? I didn't hear what Pochettino said. Did you hear anything?
I mean, I didn't hear anybody talk about it, but I mean, it's pretty obvious why he's starting on the left, because it allows Pulisic to drift centrally, and we don't have a central creator. I mean, I get it.
Well, and I also think the other winger options that he sees are Kate Cowens and Dejas. He doesn't want to play them. So he puts Moose on the right and Weah on the left.
Yeah.
He quite clearly doesn't want to play them. And Gio fitting in. Gio, we kind of talked about it on accident before this chat. It's like he'll go central, Pulisic on the left, drifting inside. A-Rob provides the width, and Weah on the right wing. That's how we think Gio will fit in. If he starts under Pochettino, we have to see. I think he has the quality to start, but we don't know if he'll start. Julian Viva is saying, Pete, what do you think of Greg Berhalter being in the game? You kind of said it, but
I'm kind of liking it. Yeah. I mean, he gets to watch a team play. He's probably getting, I wonder if he's like, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. Guys, slide 39. Slide 39 tells you what to do in this situation. Oh, you're not allowed to score from there, Pepe. You were supposed to check back and pass it to a midfielder so we could switch it out wide.
Also, Pulisic, when he got that pass from McKennie, he should have dribbled out wide and got in a good cross. That was a good position to cross it.
Oh, man. Not good. Not good.
And Brett, how you doing? Last game, I sent a super chat in the 15-minute about how good we looked. Yeah, you also sent it about how that was giving you a boner, Brett. I didn't forget that. Okay, we remember that. but and it was downhill from there. So I am scared to send this, but this was the best half I've seen in years. Yes, Brett, let's just put it for context. This is the best half we've had in years against an actual competitive team, right? Not counting like Martinique or whatever. And even so, like you said, Pete, we did look better today than we did against like Martinique, Grenada, and all those teams.
We were equally effective against your Martiniques, your Grenadas. We were not as entertaining. And I think there's a difference. You can be clinical and destroy them 3-0 at halftime, but this was just so fluid and fun to watch. Everything is unpredictable, you know?
Thanks, Brett. And then Mr. saying, when everyone's fit, you guys could be scary. Pochettino knows how to tune out of the players, turn on the players, maybe is what he meant. Or
get a tune out of the players.
Oh, get a tune out of the players. Sorry, get a tune out of the players. I can see Pochettino turning Reyna into a new Eriksen. Didn't Eriksen play a bit deeper, more of an 8?
Yeah, let's see. We'll speculate about Gio, but first of all, Gio needs to get healthy. That's step one. And he hopefully needs to get some playing time with Dortmund before March. Maybe a move in January. I just want to enjoy this, to be honest.
Yeah. And then Ravi's saying, is Pulisic a top 20 player in the world right now? I don't think so. Top 20, you mean like every single position? I don't think so. But if Milan does a bit better, wins a trophy, maybe the Serie A, or a deep run in the Champions League, and Pulisic continues to play at this level, it's not too crazy of a take that he would make it to the Ballon d'Or finalist list. You can just look at the list from this year. If Milan can make a deep run in the Champions League and he can maybe get the Scudetto of Milan, even though I don't think Milan will win the Serie A, and he keeps playing at this level, he could fight for a spot in the Ballon d'Or list, which is like 30 or 40 players. But no, he's not really a top 20 player in the world right now, in my opinion. IT and Girl, thank you for the super chat as well. There's nothing written. Cesar Silva saying, we're looking good against Mexico Nations League 3-0 game. But, hey, that was BJ Callahan. That wasn't Greg Berhalter. Remember that? Pete?
Sorry, go ahead.
He said, we look good against Mexico Nations League in that 3-0 game. But that was BJ, not
BJ.
Berhalter.
Yep.
Thomas Davidson, thank you for super chat, Thomas. He's saying, what kind of licenses do you think Pochettino will give Reyna? Look, based on what we're seeing here with, for example, Pulisic, McKennie, it looks like he will be given a lot of freedom to occupy the spaces he wants. And it seems like they're working a lot based on instinct. That's
Yeah.
what it looks like.
Yeah.
So I guess license to kill. That's the license he's going to give Reina. License to kill. Just kill the opponent. That's what. But yeah, I think he's probably going to see Reina more as a 10. I don't think Reina will play that deep like Malik Tillman did, for example. If he also watched the Copa America, he'll see that Reina's not that effective playing super deep. You want him very high up the field.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be Reina playing as a roaming playmaking 10, Thomas. Thank you for the super chat, Thomas. Gio Lopez saying, just got home from work. How's Pepe doing? He was effective. Like, I wouldn't say he was outstanding, but he scored a goal, which is what you want from Pepe. He's doing his thing. Scored a goal. It was a nice goal, by the way. It wasn't a tap in by any means. So he's doing good. Doing good. James is saying, it's amazing how good of a manager that Pochettino is. That was never in doubt, but how well he mixed our best players is beyond exceptional. Yeah, it remains to be seen how good we'll be under Pochettino. Why is there so much like raindrops on the camera? Can the cameraman just clean that?
Have Berhalter bring a rag or something. He can just wipe it. Do something useful for the national team for a change.
Berhalter becomes the assistant to the cameraman.
Assistant to the cameraman.
And Mike P saying, thank you both for doing this. No, thank you guys for tuning in here with us. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you guys for like dealing with me and P, because we've been very negative over the past few years because of Berhalter. And I'm just kind of happy we can start to become positive. Like people can stop calling us toxic.
Watch Reddit. Reddit's going to be like, I used to like Tack and Pete. Now they're just too positive. It makes me sick.
Well, Reddit is going to be more bothered by Pulisic's dance right now. So they're going to forget about us for a while.
This is true.
They have to complain about Pulisic's dance for the next 6 months. And then they'll stop. Then they'll go back to us. Ricardo Pepe wins the ball. Good ball. By the way, the second half started, everyone. And Ellie is saying Pochettino measured eye dominance as Weah is left eye dominant. So they put him on the left. He measured eye dominance and Weah is left eye dominant. What does he mean by that?
I don't know.
I don't know what you mean by that. I think the reason, I don't know if was Pochettino put out the justification to why he started Weah there, but we kind of talked about it a little bit of why we thought he did that. We talked about it earlier in the stream. Steven saying time for another 3 goals. Dude, keep it coming. We want more goals. But overall, as long as we keep this intensity, I'm very happy with how it went. And the prediction that I had was a 3-0 win. But I do think we're going to get more. Pulisic's down. Let's see the replay here. Yeah,
it looks like he got elbowed in the ribs.
Well, I think he also stepped on his foot. But yeah, he got hit on the. He's fine. He's fine. Pulisic being registered as a Republican was posted on X. Yeah, this country has 2 parties. Essentially, right? Republican or Democrats. I still don't see the big deal with that. Can we just leave the guy alone at this point?
Guys, this is a national team. That means you're supposed to represent the country. Whoever the president is, whatever party you represent, whatever your political views are, this is supposed to be the national team.
Yeah, but and anyhow, yeah, what Dustin's saying, anyone asking where to watch, we have a FuboTV link in the description. You can get like a 7-day free trial. Just get it and cancel before they charge you, and you can watch it for free. So the link is in the description of FuboTV link. Just remember to cancel it or they'll charge you. And FuboTV is pricey. Okay, that'll be a corner for the Jamaica. By the way, I told them this in the stream. I really like this Jamaica jersey.
I know, it's a nice jersey.
Yeah, it's kind of better than ours. They really give me Jamaican vibes. Ours, they're clean. I mean, the jerseys that we have nowadays are much prettier than the ones we had in the World Cup. But it just, I don't know. I think it
could save Turner. Good save, Turner. Okay,
we're trying to play out of the back here now. Mackenzie, you're way ahead of me here. Pepe lose it. Pepe lose it. That's what I'm watching now. McKennie gets a bit chippy right there. Leon Bailey.
He was offside anyway.
Okay, 1v1. 1v1, Shamar Nicholson. Oh, Turner, good save.
He was offside. Yeah. You'll see it on the replay. All right, yeah. I'm going to go so I don't spoil any more shit. But I will be in the post game because we have a lot to talk about.
See you soon, Pete. See you soon. Good save there from Matt Turner. Even though he was offsides, the save's a save. Still a very nice save right there. It was Shamar Nicholson, right? Yeah, it was. Smooth operator, who did y'all vote for? I didn't really vote in this election. I kind of lost faith in a lot of U.S. politics lately, so just be honest, that's about it. I don't know about Pete, though. Pulisic passed Wijnaldum in the scoring list. That's actually quite impressive. He's ahead of a USMNT legend, Eric Wijnaldum. How many goals is he away from London? 20? Oh, Musa down the right. Musa with the cross. Oh, Pepe. Oh, Pepe. That was a good chance. Good ball from Yunus Musa. Very good low cross from Musa. Good run and good cross. I think he's like 20-something goals. I can't understand what Pepe was trying to do there. I can't figure out if he was trying to finish it or if that was the first touch. Could have been Pepe's second goal in the match right here. And let's see. Katia Itzel Garcia is saying, but can you do it on a rainy night in St. Louis? Clearly we can now. Clearly we can now. And here comes Jamaica. Mark McKenzie. Clean as a whistle right there to take the ball. Yunus Musa. Oh, dribbling into... That's what Musa can do. Dribble into space. He can blow by opponents, and he just doesn't know what to do after. They're saying FuboTV will charge you anyway. Are you sure? Are you sure? Can't you... Where is it again? Wait, hold on. FuboTV will charge you anyway. Are you sure that they will, Sean? I thought if you get the free... Because I got the free trial once for FuboTV, and I canceled it. They didn't charge me. They didn't charge me. Someone saying TAC voted for a third party. Guys, in the United States, let's be real. Voting for a third party is pretty much the same as not voting, right? We're a two-party system. That's how the country works these days. Cross goes in. Oh, shit. Jamaica scored. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Jamaica just scored, and it was Damari Gray. Looked like a nice finish from Damari Gray, who failed there. So, ball goes out wide. Pulisic was tracking back. Cross goes in. It's hard to tell. Was it really McKenzie? Because McKenzie was positioned to mark Shamar Nicholson right there. I need to rewatch this goal a few times. I don't think it's on McKenzie. I need to rewatch that. I think it's the central defensive midfielder. Yeah, it might have been Tessman. I want to rewatch that before I actually blame Tessman, but I don't think that's on McKenzie. McKenzie was holding his line right there with Shamar Nicholson. But not good. We shouldn't have conceded that goal. We shouldn't have conceded a goal. I mean, we're still pretty much guaranteed to go through. Jamaica would need 3 more goals to eliminate the U.S., but we're not really playing well out of the back two in the second half. Sean is saying, back-to-back moments where Tim Ream couldn't contribute. I don't think that goal was on Tim Ream, though. I don't think it was on Tim Ream. But again, I need to rewatch this goal. It was quick. They showed it twice. I need to rewatch it a few times. But good ball from Leon Bailey. And everyone, if you haven't already, smash the like button. Let's try to hit 1,000 likes here. I truly appreciate everyone's support from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I don't take you guys for granted. I know I can be annoying. I know that. I know I can be annoying, and sometimes I talk about weird shit like Casey Keller's underwear or tight underwear. But thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone that's tuning in, and let's get it to 1,000 likes if we haven't already. 3-1 here for the United States. Shot goes, goal kick. We're not really playing well here in the second half. I don't like it. We're not really playing well in the second half. I know who to blame. I'm gonna text him. We're blaming Brett. We're blaming Brett right now. Yeah, we're blaming Brett Oppenheim for this one. Last time we were dominating. And then what happened? The away game, and then Brett sent a super chat, and then we went down. We started playing like crap after like the first 10 minutes. Then again with Brett, he sends a super chat. We're playing poorly here in the second half. Pulisic's down. Musa with the cross. Weah settles. Weah. Oh, golazo. Tim Weah. Banger from Tim Weah. Tim Weah scoring in front of Berhalter after getting Berhalter fired. Just a legendary USMNT moment. This is a legendary USMNT moment right here. Tim Weah, what a banger. It was Musa with the assist. Nice switch. One touch and ooh. "4-1 for the United States. Tim Weah has had a tremendous game so far. He's been so good for the US today. Let's see if I didn't miss any of the super chats. Steven Spot is saying, I don't like this playing out of the back. Literally in front of our goal, trash, makes me nervous. Yeah, it makes me nervous too, Steven, mainly because I don't really see us with the players to play out of the back, right? Matt Turner, the goalkeeper, for example, is not good as a seat. Mackenzie and Ream are actually good ball-playing defenders, but A-Rob, for example, is not good to play out of the back. Neither is Scally. Chad Hermanson, why do you hate Tessman? He's been great. Chad, I said he's been great. Wait. Okay, now I must ask the chat. Have I been unfair to Tenor Tessman today? Serious question. Have I been unfair to Tenor Tessman? Okay, I disconnected myself. Can everyone still hear me? Because I disconnected myself here for a sec. Have I been unfair to I said he had a great game. Chad, I don't know what you're talking about. I said he's had a great game, Tenor Tessman. I don't know where you're getting that I'm hating on Tenor Tessman. I really don't. Maybe it's because I asked if it was his mistake in the goal. I didn't even affirm it. I have to rewatch the goal. I didn't even say it was his. I just said it wasn't on McKenzie. Q-Min is saying that's why Weah is the GOAT. He's definitely not the GOAT. I mean, George Weah, that was a player, man. George Weah. Tim Weah is still a great player, though. Great player. Steve Spada saying, never mind. Keep doing whatever this is. Yeah, that was a great one. And then Pochettino likes Tim Weah on the left of an ocular test showing him being left eye dominant. Very interesting take. Never heard anything like that. So that was an actual thing that Pochettino said. An ocular test showed that Weah is left eye dominant. No, seriously. Is that something real or someone's trolling me? I've never seen a coach make a decision based on an ocular test. Timothy Coach Slayer Weah. Oh, boy. Yeah, he was the one that freed us from Greg Berhalter. They're saying, apologize to Tessman. Apologize for what? I still want to see Tenor Tessman play as a center back. I don't think, saying I want to see him play as a center back doesn't mean I rate him lower. I just think he would be one heck of a center back. That doesn't mean he's a worse player. I just think he would be one heck of a center back. That's all. Look at this. Bees gets it. Bees must be a great bee. He must be a wonderful bee. Look at that. Tack is just a center back Tessman truther right there. That's how much he believes in him. I just really think he should be a center back. That's all. I really do. David Jacobo saying, made my newborn cry by celebrating the last goal. That's fine. That's a reasonable reason to make your newborn cry. I think it's totally fine. And hopefully he or her, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, will become a U.S. men's national team and U.S. women's national team fan. All right. So not the greatest second half from the U.S., but again, we found a way to score once again. Once again. Okay, Christian Pulisic. Through the left flank. Cuts inside. Finds Pepe. Oh, poor touch from Pepe. Poor touch from Pepe. Okay, that'll be a corner for the United States, apparently. Corner for the United States. Steven saying, is Musa out of the starting 11 when everyone is back? I think so. I think he is. Right? Who would be the players returning? Like Balogun, Gio Reyna, Tyler Adams, Johnny, and Serginho Dest. I guess one of the big questions here is how will Pochettino utilize Dest is a good question. How will he utilize Dest? Because, again, when you look at the role of Joe Scally, corner from Christian Pulisic, Ream tries to win it, cleared by Jamaica. Ream still wins it. No, Scally. McKennie crosses it. Pepe settles it. Tim Ream. So I don't know. It's an interesting question. Also, how will he fit in Dest? Is Dest going to play as a winger for Pochettino? Because he has Joe Scally playing as a right center back role in a back three when we're in possession. That's not the role for Serginho Dest, for example. Is he going to want to tweak the system for Dest? I don't know. We don't have the data on that yet. And it's going to be tough to know until they're all back. Will is saying, just like Greg, I'm not giving Pochettino too much credit for beating this trash Jamaican team. Well, look, the Jamaican side is weak, for sure. But Greg Berhalter never had this dominant win against multiple very weak, very bad CONCACAF teams. So when we look into this win, we can't overhype Pochettino saying he's working miracles, but we're seeing progress with the team. We're seeing progress with him. We got a 1-0 win away, right? When was that happening with Greg against Jamaica? And then now we get a dominant, so far, 4-1 win against Jamaica at home. So there's progress. But of course, it's not like, hey, now everything is Gucci right here. Everything's good. No, there's still issues to be addressed. And we have to see the U.S. playing against better teams. Long ball to McKennie. Let me get some water here. McKennie gets the ball, 63 minutes and 20 seconds. Joe Scally, definitely higher up the field. Scally, good ball. Scally to McKennie with the cross. Pulisic. Oh, Pulisic, that was your hat trick. He misses the target. Vexy saying, a Mexican fan called the way a goal on X. Oh, he did? Who called it? But I mean, calling away a goal against Jamaica here, playing as a forward, it's not that impressive of prediction, unless he called it in the exact minute. N1BBL3 saying, what role is Robinson playing? I've seen him all over. Well, on the defensive shape, he's playing as a left back. And in possession, he's playing as a central midfielder. He essentially is sliding into the double pivot with McKennie high up the field as a 10 with Christian Pulisic. So Robinson he's playing as a central midfielder in possession, which is a bit weird, but it's working so far. PWMR Mike saying, Tack, can you help me coach my U12 team in St. Pete? So PWRMIC, I live like 40 minutes away from St. Pete. It depends on the time, because I also coach in Orlando during the week. It depends on the time. But yeah, if I'm available and it's not too far, there's no issue. Yeah, of course. I don't know where in St. Pete also that you have your team. I don't know where. St. Petersburg's not that small. It's kind of a big area. Steven Spot is saying, we have too much depth right now in the right back position. Yeah, I guess if you consider Weah and Musa also as right back options, because you have Joe Scally, Musa's an option, Serginho Dest. After that, I guess Weah. Well, if you're also going to play a right back that's going to drift inside, Weston McKennie can play as a hybrid right back that in possession plays as a central midfielder, right? I don't like A-Rob playing in the central midfield, to be honest. It's working today, but I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not. Okay, so free kick here for the United States, 65 minutes. What age group do you coach? So it's mixed. It's mainly elementary school age. When I worked at the Orlando City Soccer School in Orlando, I did coach multiple age groups: U15, U13, even U10. But nowadays, mainly like elementary school, which is like U10 essentially. Okay, now free kick for the United States here, Christian Pulisic. Gianluca Busio is going to be coming on probably for McKennie, I'm assuming. I'm assuming Busio's coming on for McKennie. That's what I'm assuming. Rio is asking, why are there so many Brazilians in Orlando? What in Orlando that's appealing for Brazilians? I think it's multiple things. Like many Brazilians travel to Disney and then they just want to move to Orlando for that reason. Pulisic, it hits the wall. And I also think the weather, it's a bit more similar to Brazil, right? It's warm. Most of Brazil is warm. I think it's that. And a few years back, Orlando was actually kind of affordable. Orlando wasn't too expensive. Nowadays, Orlando is very expensive. But I think mainly the weather and the fact that many Brazilians are first introduced to the United States through Orlando, right? They go to Disney, so they get introduced to Orlando. That's what they know, and they love Orlando. They love Disney. They love Universal, and they end up moving to Orlando. And it used to be much more affordable, too. Now Orlando is very expensive. After the pandemic, it got very expensive in Orlando. It's still not as expensive as Miami, LA, New York City, right? Those cities, but Orlando's not cheap by any means. It used to be. Here comes Jamaica down the left, one-on-one against Joe Scally. Cuts inside. Oh, Matt Turner, great save. Oh, my goodness, and Jamaica just scored. Joe Scally, you don't give the Jamaican player the inside. You don't give him the inside. Why would you give him the inside for the shot? You force him to go out wide and get across. You let him have a clean shot. And then the rebound, Tim Ream wasn't marking his man. It was a little bit on Ream. It was like Scally and Ream. Turner made a good save there. Actually, not Ream. It was A-Rob that didn't clear it properly. And they scored at the 68th minute. Good thing they didn't score at the 69th minute. That's the good thing. So now Brendan Aronson's going to come on and Gianluca Busio. So it's going to be Aronson for Christian Pulisic. Pulisic's out at the 69th minute. Nice. Very nice. 69th minute. So Aronson for Pulisic. And then Gianluca Busio for McKennie. So McKennie and Pulisic are out. And McKennie and Pulisic are out. Busio and Brendan Aronson are on. It's probably also to rest Christian Pulisic so he can play over the weekend for Milan. So you rest him for the last 20 minutes. But yeah, we hit minute 69. Very nice, very nice. And we have 786 likes. We're almost at 1,000 likes. If we hit 1,000 likes, I'll do the commentary in Portuguese again that I know many of you like and some of you dislike, actually. But I'll do like 30 seconds of Brazilian Portuguese if we hit 1,000 likes. We're almost at 800. We're almost at 800. Okay, so McKennie and Pulisic are out. Interesting that he didn't go with Malik Tillman, right? He didn't go with Tillman. That's actually quite interesting. No Tillman. It means Pochettino probably rates Aronson ahead of Malik Tillman. That's kind of what it looks like. But Jeffrey Godson is saying, my GOAT, Sporting Kansas City legend Busio's coming on. Is he a Sporting Kansas City legend? He left so young, right? Is he a legend? Don't be greedy says, who's going to replace Ream? Carter Vickers or Mark McKenzie? Well, Mark McKenzie's already starting with Tim Ream. Your question might be, is it Carter Vickers or Chris Richards? I think it would probably be Chris Richards. I think the best center back duo that we have right now is probably Richards and Mark McKenzie. Mark McKenzie. So Julian Viva is saying Matt Turner cannot be the goalkeeper for 2026. As it stands, Matt Turner will probably be the goalkeeper for 2026. To be fair, Matt Turner has been good this camp. All right. To be fair to Matt Turner. To be fair. But yeah, ideally, we would want a better goalkeeper for the World Cup. Ideally. So Busio will play in the double pivot with Tessman. Aronson will be playing as a 10. Actually, it looks like A-Rob and Tessman are in the double pivot in possession, and Busio's higher up the field also as a 10. So essentially, Busio and Aronson for Pulisic and McKennie, it was kind of like for like in terms of position, right? Because McKennie and Pulisic were playing as 10s in possession, and it looks like Busio and Aronson are playing as 10s as well. Musa, good play for Musa, good cross. Oh, Pepe with the volley, and it's a poor volley. But hey, good play there from Musa. Good play there from Yunus Musa. Just a terrible finish there from Pepe. Tried to hit a volley and didn't really get anywhere with it. Okay, another substitution here. Another substitution. Okay, Bailey is off. Bailey's coming off. Bailey, I don't know, man. I don't know. Bailey for Jamaica always seems a bit underwhelming. Jeffrey saying probably not a legend. Gianluca Busio. Yeah, he left too early. Sporting Kansas City, but maybe he returns one day. And just have my Kansas City bias. Keep up the good work. Love the content. Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Thank you very much. And everyone, once again, this stream is brought to you by SoRare. If you want to play SoRare, the link is in the description, and you get $50 in credit if you sign up with our link. And again, you can buy your cards. I've been playing SoRare, and follow us on SoRare, okay? Follow me on SoRare if you already joined. A link will be in the description if you want to play. And here comes Jamaica. This could be another shot. Matt Turner, okay, safe hands, safe hands. 73 minutes, safe hands. Yeah, our defense has been pretty bad in the second half. Okay, Mark McKenzie with the ball. Tim Ream. Busio loses. It's getting very sloppy now at the United States. Getting very, very sloppy here. Yeah, Busio got stomped on. That's 74 minutes. 74 minutes. Okay, 74 minutes. Jamaica 2, United States 4. One thing that's been weird with the Pochettino era, I don't know if it's the drop off in level or on the level or intensity when we make substitutions, but and this is like maybe an over exaggerated criticism, but it seems like we lose our shape very often when we make subs too. We saw that even the last game. Oh, Joe Scally, poor pass to Musa, poor pass from Joe Scally. Now I see some players getting called in there by Pochettino. Okay. Brandon Aronson blocked. Joe Scally opens out wide. Ricardo Pepi. I see that he's going to make two subs. I just couldn't figure out who they were. Gianluca Busio. Joe Scally. It's going to be Brendan Vasquez and Cade Cowell. We're going to send Cade Cowell in. And here comes Gianluca Busio. Let's see what it can do here. Here comes the United States. Ball out wide. Joe Scally will get in across, and the game's just getting very boring now. And Sean is saying, I'm from Kansas City. Wanted to give a shout out to my undefeated U10 champion soccer club, the Santa Fe Trail Warriors. So shout out to Santa Fe Trail Warriors, undefeated U10 champion. What U10 championship was that? What tournament? Was it just a local tournament? A state tournament? But congratulations to your boys there. Jonathan's saying, our defense is still not good. Our defense hasn't really played well today. That is true. Conceding 2 goals against this terrible Jamaican side is not good. Not good enough. And Ricardo Pepi will come off, and Brendan Vasquez will come on. All-around gamer saying Pepi, okay, but the more I see, the more I prefer Balogun. All-around gamer, Balogun is a better player than Pepi. Like, people are going to continue to say that I'm a Balogun shill, Balogun apologist. Balogun's a better player than Pepi. Pepi's extremely useful for the United States. And when Balogun's not having a good performance, Pepi's the one that's going to have to come off the bench and save the day. But Balogun's a better player. I don't think it's that close. I'm just being real. Maybe Pepi is a little bit better at finishing. Maybe. That's about it. Kate Cow. So Brendan Vasquez is on for Pepi. Kate Cow is on for Tim Weah. And here comes Jamaica with the ball. Now we're pressing. Here comes Jamaica. We got 77 minutes, so 13 minutes to go. 13 more minutes to go. Yeah, we went over this. Pepi doesn't like getting called a super sub. So we're not going to call him a super sub anymore. We're just going to call him a Super Saiyan. Because Super Saiyan also sounds a lot cooler than super sub. It seems like super sub is much more valued in basketball, where we call him the six man, right? It's much more valued in basketball. When you're a super sub in soccer, it doesn't sound that cool, right? I don't know. And they're saying Cal is awful. I thought we were past players like this. Yeah, I didn't think we should have called up Cade Cowell. There were other options that I wanted to see with the national team. I wanted to see Paxton Aronson, for example, that's been playing very well. But he called up Cowell, and it looks like the game is settled, and he's giving him a few minutes. But let's see what Cowell can do. Here, he's been playing for Chivas as well in Liga MX for whatever that's worth, right? Liga MX. We've seen it too as Zendejas that didn't play well. But let's see what Cade Cowell can do here. He's getting an opportunity here today. So Tim Ream sends Cade Cowell. He got the ball. Good first touch. Good cross. Woo. Hey, that was a good ball from Cade Cowell. Could have been an assist, but the United States still has the ball. Yunus Musa. Musa drives inside. Get a shot. Okay, Musa. Not a terrible shot. He's not left-footed. Not a terrible shot. N1BBL3 is saying Balogun is Hashirama and Pepi is Madara. What is that? Hashirama and Madara. Can anyone translate that for me? What is Hashirama and Madara? I don't know. Oh, they're saying they're Naruto characters. Okay, I never watched Naruto. If you want animes that I know, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Demon Slayer, Death Note, that's a really good one. I really like Death Note. Last Airbender, that's a tremendous one too. That's really good. Pokemon, I guess, qualifies as an anime too. Digimon's also an anime. Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm assuming that's an anime too. I like it. But no, that's not one of them that I watch. Tessman, back to Mark McKenzie. Busio, Tessman. Matt Turner, McKenzie. And thank you, Emrek, for the super chat. I didn't write anything. It's Naruto? That's how you say it? Naruto? I never watched it. I know about it, but I don't watch it. Joe Scally. Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. As a kid, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh. It was great. I loved it very much. Unfortunately, it died off pretty quick. As an adult, I understand why Yu-Gi-Oh is not as popular, right? Yugi was always cheating. That's why he always won. He was always cheating. Yugi was a cheater, right? Um, but uh, I understand why adults wouldn't like Yu-Gi-Oh. Now, Death Note was a beautiful anime. I loved it. Well, very bloody, right? A lot of people die. Oh, here comes Brendan Vasquez with a terrible finish. Terrible finish from Brendan Vasquez. Uh, Death Note was great. I watched Death Note when I was recovering from my ACL surgery. I couldn't get out of bed. I was like 3 weeks that I had to stay in bed because I couldn't like walk. And I watched the Death Note, and it was so good. I watched the whole thing. The whole thing. It was really good. I didn't like the movie though. I didn't like the movie. The live action movie for Death Note kind of sucked. Um, I need to get more into Demon Slayer. I still need to get more into it. Last Airbender, I watched it when I was a kid, and I rewatched it as an adult. That's a great one. Avatar Last Airbender is really good. And obviously Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is my favorite one, though, by the way. If anyone's wondering, Dragon Ball Z. Anyone my age has to appreciate and love Dragon Ball Z. Okay, here comes Anthony Robinson. Out wide to Cal. Cade Cal. Back to who's got the ball there now? Testman. Tanner Testman. Out wide to Anthony Robinson. Anthony Robinson to Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson drives inside. Tries. Let's get a fifth goal, guys. Go, Musa. Shoot it. Shoot it. Yunus Musa with the shot. That's going to be a goal kick for Jamaica. 82 minutes and 40 seconds. Watch One Piece. I heard One Piece is great. Dragon Ball Z over Pokemon. That's an interesting one because, look, I prefer the Pokemon games. I grew up with those. Even though, like, the Dragon Ball Z games are great. I just got the most recent one, too, Sparkling Zero. It's a great game. But I have more of a connection with Pokemon because of the games in my childhood and playing it with friends. But I prefer the Dragon Ball Z anime, for sure. I guess that's probably the best way to put it. Julian Viva is saying, do you watch college football? If you don't, you should be a BYU Cougar fan. I don't watch college football. I don't really watch much football. I watch like the NFL, Super Bowl, or playoffs. We'll have pizza and wings here, friends, but I don't really watch much football in general. Like NFL, like American football, right? Before someone clips that and says, "See, Tax said he doesn't watch much football." It's like, I mean, American football. Javier Ramirez, great content, Tack. Thank you very much, Javier. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And then now Joe Scally with the ball for the United States. 84 minutes. We got a couple more to go. Or I can be a Georgia fan. I can go Dogs. Just go with the Dogs. I can probably go with them, Georgia, even though I'm not from Georgia. Is there any good college football team that I should go for in Florida? I'm in Florida, so Florida or New York, because I grew up in New York. So either New York or Florida. Either one, I'm okay with it. I also didn't really get into football in New York because the Jets and the Giants, they just sucked when I was in high school. I couldn't really get into it. I really wanted to like the Jets, but they were just ass. Who do we have as the quarterback? It was like Mark Sanchez that was the quarterback for like a couple seasons. And he was like good for a couple games, and then he just started to suck right after. Remember Mark Sanchez? The Giants had Peyton Manning's brother. What's his name again? Peyton Manning's brother. He was the Giants quarterback. But I think the Giants actually won a Super Bowl after. Now I can't really remember that. Eli Manning. That's his name, from the Giants quarterback. See, I know some. Like, I know some football players. I do watch it here and there. But no, I'm not far from a diehard. And Tess and Joe Scally fouls the Jamaican player. 85 minutes and 35 seconds. 35 seconds. Jamie's saying, notice that the guys look hungry, unlike previous games. Yeah, we looked like under Berhalter very often. We would look like we didn't care. We looked soft. The guys look a bit tougher today, for sure. And even you have to be tough to win away in CONCACAF, and we got the win right in CONCACAF too. Ghost is saying Miami University, best college team in Florida at the moment. Yeah, I like Miami. I just don't live close to Miami. Well, a couple hours, like 3-4 hours away. Yeah, I should probably get into football, but it's just hard for me to get into it. I have to watch too much soccer to cover here at the channel. So no. And do I watch basketball? I used to be an NBA diehard. Now I'm just a bit of a casual for the NBA. I'm a Laker. Because when I was very, very young, when I was like 4, we lived in California. And we lived in California when it was like the Kobe Shaq era. So me and my dad became Lakers fans, right? Kobe, Shaq, Phil Jackson was in charge of the team. So I became a Laker, and I've been a Laker since. I'm not a bandwagon Laker. I was a kid. I was like 4, and they had freaking Kobe Bryant and Shaq. As kids, you always go, right? You always go. We're in Cali, Steven. So, Steven, in California, I lived, it was, what was the name of the city or the town? It was close to San Francisco. Because I remember we would go watch the Warriors, because that's more where the Warriors would play. It was like close to San Francisco. We watched when the Warriors would play the Lakers. Callan said, unfortunately, I have to unsub now. Why? Because of the Lakers? Because of the Lakers? Come on. What are you, a Kings fan? Clippers? Golden State? No, I've been a Laker, but I just kind of follow it, right? Just kind of follow it these days. I don't care as much. I think I got very much into it because of Kobe Bryant, too. Always been a massive Kobe Bryant fan. I have his old school Lakers jersey, the most recent ones. He was always Kobe Bryant. What did Cade Cowell do that people are laughing in the chat? Liga MX's attack. What is it? Yeah, that is true. It's Cade Cowell, Brendan Vasquez, and Alejandro Zendejas. David Jacobo saying, my newborn is punishing me by filling up the diaper. Explosive diarrhea. Someone's been watching too much Tactical Manager TV. That's what you get. You get some explosive diarrhea. Out wide, Alejandro Zendejas. My parents must be no, my parents are fine. They do well, but we lived it was a military base, actually. My dad was in the military. The Brazilian military, my dad. But the Brazilian military and the American military did a lot of work together. I think they still do these days, but this was like back in the 90s and early 2000s. So it was a military base. My parents are definitely not ultra rich. They're fine. They do well. Thank goodness. Can't complain, but no. Yeah, joint exercise might be the word. But yeah, Brazil and the US did a lot of the militaries did a lot of stuff together. And that's how my dad moved there to California. No, definitely not CIA. Okay, back here, Tenor Testman, Gianluca Busio. Tack, you are pushing 37 and doing this. I'm not pushing 37. I'm kind of far from 37. Gianluca Busio back. We hit the 90th minute. We hit the 90th minute here of the game. We hit the 90th minute. Let me see if I didn't miss anyone. Notice how the guys look hungry. Newborn shitting himself. That happens. That very much happens. Is our next game not until January 18th? Yeah, Steven. So January 18th, the United States will play Venezuela, which will be Camp Cupcake, right? It'll be Camp Cupcake, which will be an MLS-based camp. And then our A team doesn't really play until March. We're gonna play in the CONCACAF Nations League semi. Brendan Aronson. Oh, nice ball. Brendan Vasquez. He missed. This guy freaking sucks, man. Can you at least hit the target? You're not auditioning to be a freaking stormtrooper here. Hit the freaking target, man. Good ball from Brendan Aronson, and then Brendan Vasquez missed the target once again. My goodness. Sure, it was offside, but he still missed the target. It doesn't matter if he was offside. He missed the target regardless. He kept playing. They didn't call the offside until he missed it. Jamaica, there could have been 5-2 right there. But good ball from Brendan Aronson. Nice through ball to find Brendan Vasquez. And Brendan Vasquez screwed it over. Brendan Aronson again. Back to Cade Cowell. Cade Cowell shoots it. Saved by Andre Blake. Cade Cowell's better than... Well, Cade Cowell hit the target at least, right? He hit the target. Okay, Jamaica here at the ball. We got 1 minute to go, but the United States will advance 5-2 on aggregate. 5-2 on aggregate for the United States men's national team against Jamaica. It was a dominant performance. I think defensively we had shaky moments, and conceding 2 goals to Jamaica was definitely not good. But overall, much better performance from the United States than in the past. Much more entertaining. We look better. There's some progress being made. So things are working out. We're getting back on track. And here comes Aronson. Okay, good play from Aronson. Aronson actually didn't play bad today. Out of the subs, definitely one of the best ones. Brendan Aronson. Good ball out wide. Zendejas, look for the overlap. Finds Joe Scally. Cross goes in, cleared by the Jamaican. That'll be a corner for the United. But ref, just end the game. Just end the game. We don't need the corner. Just end it. Is it over? Yep, it's over. That'll do. The U.S. men's national team defeats Jamaica 4-2. And we advance to the CONCACAF Nations League semifinals 5-2 on aggregate. Jamie's saying, I'm glad to see the U.S. play with more grit. Me too. So solid win here for the United States. We're going to go to 11 Yanks now for the post game. Make sure to drop a like in the stream if you haven't already so we can hit 1,000 likes. And tomorrow, I will release the 7 things we learned of this game. Okay? Tomorrow, we will release that. Thank you very much, everyone that tuned in. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone that hit the like button, everyone that subscribed, everyone that sent super chats, everyone that did everything to support the channel. We're going to go now to 11 Yanks, okay, for the post game. And that's all. 11 Yanks for the post game. And then tomorrow, the 7 things we learned. And maybe I will do a live hate watch along tomorrow for Mexico versus Honduras. See you guys in a minute at 11 Yanks. Ciao. 11 Yanks. Not Wanks. Yanks.